everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Dungeons and Demigods on Azure Wings.
Demigods.
It's so nice that you guys do that every week. We're here with our Percy Jackson-inspired Dungeons and Dragons game. Let's go ahead and go Discord order through our different players and just introduce everybody real quick. Starting with the himbo himself.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? I'm Max Armstrong, played by Bertie the Bard, also known as Bertie the Bard on social media. Hi, it's me. I am the Dungeon Master over on the Riordan Chronicles every Saturday, but not tomorrow because I have to do something else. So I'm being a player tomorrow. Fun.
Alright, and then next up we have the Lady of the Dawn.
Hello, I'm Lena King. I play a daughter of Eos, and my real name is Imi. I'm Imi Claire on all relevant socials, and I'm also going to take the opportunity to plug ThisShowIsAMimic social, so you can follow us on Twitter and TikTok, and you can also follow our Redbubble page, which is now live.
Until we'd finished. I was going to wait until we finished
I'm so excited.
the intro, but hey, I have a book now. Yeah. This is just, it's so pretty. And I love it.
You can get mugs and stickers and beautiful things.
The book.
This arrived today, so there's nothing in it.
We'll get stuff in it eventually. Next up, we have the Icy Goth with a melting heart of gold.
What's up, Val? Nice to see you. I don't know why we've gone for soft voice, but here we are. I'm Val.
Morgan is becoming a soft character slowly.
Ow! Oh god, no! I play Morgan, a child of Hecate. He uses she/they pronouns and is slowly going from a total bitch to a kind of total bitch. Slowly. It's a sliding scale. It's the power of the gay and the himbo. It's really doing me in.
Then we have
Val
our
extra
soft
for
goth
that ASMR content, by the way?
best. What was that, Birdie?
Did we pay Val extra for that ASMR content, by the way?
I think we did, but also...
Oh, you guys are getting paid?
Hey,
Yeah,
you guys,
wait.
you guys are
Wait.
getting paid? You can also find me at the Nerdy Niffler on TikTok and the Twitters. And that's me, I'm out.
That is important. And then, I apologize for jumping the shark with his introduction. We have the soft goth who just wants to do his best.
Hi, I'm Bonnie from Chaotic Bonnie on
Oh
TikTok.
my god. This bit is done too often with too many cast members.
Hi, I'm Mr. V from The Adventures of Mr. V on the TikToks. Make sure to find me there, I guess, because sometimes I make content. Yay! Also today I am playing Jackson Copper, the soft goth who apparently is gonna get fucking swole.
Yeah,
Swole.
yeah, we are.
Because he's been working out.
So I'm Abby from Clueless_DM.
I'm gonna make a ruling that we get one of those a session, so whoever uses it first uses it for the session.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And then there's me. Hi, I'm Aaron. I'm at Obsidian Olive. I'm the Dungeon Master for this group of weirdos and a group of weirdos on Wednesday who also play in the same universe that we'll talk about at the end of the show. But for now, let's do a couple of shout-outs we like to do at the beginning of every episode. The first being that our wonderful music, the majority of it is provided to us by @Arcane Anthems, our friend Wes, who has a Patreon where he makes free RPG music. I believe 2 of us are composer tier patrons over there, and he does great job.
This track is
was there
called
anything-
Call to the Wave.
Good one. It's a solid one. Is there anything else we wanted to go over before the session started?
Well, Amy already covered the Redbubble. We also have a Ko-fi. If you don't want a Ko-fi, I don't know how you pronounce it. Anyway, I think it's Ko-fi because it's meant to be like coffee, isn't it? So if you don't want to buy anything, but you do want to support the channel, you can go and do that there. Until we, I don't know, we get a Patreon maybe at some point. If we ever get content we can put on a Patreon.
I mean, we have a couple things that I've been working on, but also,
But if you're watching on Twitch, just scroll down. It's all down there.
Yeah, they're all available in our About page on Twitch. Other than that, I think we're good, right, guys?
Hmm?
Oh,
V has
I
a
see
thing.
V has a thing.
One thing. Just as a general thing, as you can see, Bonnie, Chaotic Bonnie, could not be here today. So, you know,
I believe they're murdering an
shout-outs to
Australian child, right? Is what's going on right now, if I remember correctly.
It's 2 Australian.
not a child anymore. Not a child
That's
anymore.
valid.
They turned
That's
18.
valid. Okay, so now it's just assault and murder. Nice, good to know. But
Yes.
that's why, unfortunately, Chaotic Body could not join us because they are taking a weekend off to go do a trip that I'm pretty sure from the Snapchats I've received, they are already willing to commit murder on. However, now we're getting ready to jump into this week's episode of Dungeons and Demigods on Azure Wings. We're going to go ahead and start with a recap of the last few weeks. Our set of campers, 4 this week, normally 5, as we've just mentioned, has left Camp Half-Blood on a quest to the Sea of Monsters to convince the Serpent Kycrides to possibly join their team instead of the side of the Ophiomachy, this rising of great serpents, which has been building up for several months now. They have
convinced them to join and or murder them.
And or murder them
if they
possibly.
don't
join. If you guys decide to become violent with the serpent, that's always an option. However, the goal is to convince them to come to your guys' side. You guys have traveled across the entirety of the eastern seaboard of the United States. You have fought serpents. You have encountered goddesses. You have become purple. You have fought ghost pirates. There's been a lot of different activities that have happened while making your way to the southern tip of the United States, also known as the land of the Meth Gators, also known as Florida. You have made landfall. You have done a supply run. You slew a Nemean lion, which the son of Hercules over here, Max, was very excited to fulfill one of the quests of his father. And you guys had one final night on the mainland, where you sat around a fire, enjoying each other's companies. But you all went to bed that night, and you awoke with the dawn, this being the last moments you will have on the mainland before you head off to the Symplegades, the clashing cliffs, the gates to the Sea of Monsters.
So, when Max wakes up, he's gonna grab Jackson's weapons, and he's gonna toss them onto Jax. Onto the sleeping Jax, I assume. I believe V may have frozen.
Did we lose the V? Oh no! This is unfortunate. Oh my god.
No, wait, sorry. Sorry about that.
There we go. Okay, we're caught up.
There you go, he's back. He's back.
Okay. Okay, so weapons thrown.
Yeah.
Ow.
Up and at him! Come on.
Still
Let's go for some
sore.
training.
Oh
Nemean
no.
lion scratch.
Yeah, it's okay. It's my stitches. They won't come undone.
Okay. Shit. Okay, I agree to this. Yep. Okay.
And we'll say the two of you can get in a decent amount of training in the morning, because this is becoming your guys' daily ritual. Obviously, Lena, you've awoken with the dawn. Morgan would unfortunately be awoken by most of these people moving about, talking, rocking the ship.
Mm-hmm.
But the 4 of you would awaken over the course of the next amount of time, complete your morning rituals.
Mm-hmm.
So you see here, your stance is all wrong. See, I can just... And I push him over.
No.
So you just gotta get up, okay?
There's no contest. There's no contest. He's got a 10 strength.
And okay, so you gotta plant your feet like this, and now I push him over again. And it's like, but it was harder that time, okay? It was more difficult. It goes like that for a bit.
No, I'm more of a nimble fighter than anything. I typically dodge out of the way instead of just taking a brunt of a shove.
Well, you guys still gotta know, eventually you're gonna get hit, and you gotta know how to take it. Also, having the right stance is really important for getting a good, strong swing in. If you don't have yourself grounded on your feet, then that swing's gonna have no cutting power.
Okay. The regret is there, but we're working through it, guys.
Okay, again, take a swing at me. And then they just continue.
Alright.
Okay, sounds good. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to accomplish in the final moments before we decide to send off into the ocean?
No, but Lena's gonna do her normal morning thing and just glow for a bit.
Yeah, physically glowing with the light of the dawn is something that you've all seen this phenomena happen before, where it seems to reinvigorate the pale blondness of Lena's hair. Her skin physically glows. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's pretty similar to how it looks. But
Morgan will
you
do
so.
her morning routine, which is try and sleep, hear the training session happen, and she opens her eyes and they're just like glowing green. And she says, "You can't hex them all. You don't have enough energy. You can't hex them all. You don't have enough energy. Just one little one. Just one."
But you know what Morgan does have this morning?
What?
Coffee. Because we got coffee yesterday.
I would
Is
make
the owner-
coffee for Morgan.
Yeah, there is a
Morgan sees
small channel
coffee.
of coffee that has been prepared.
She just crawls over to it, like, this is the only thing keeping me from murder.
I
Ah!
would say unless I say otherwise, Max would make a coffee for Morgan every morning.
Good to know.
God
Now that you
damn
have
it,
the coffee,
Bernie.
and you got a decent amount of coffee, if I
I
remember
got
correctly.
20
Well,
coffee like
20,
uses
Yeah.
of coffee.
yeah, 20 pots.
It
of
was
coffee.
expensive coffee as well. My
It was,
goodness,
it was not cheap.
It's like $10.
It's
Yeah,
the
it
nice
was-
coffee.
It's good
Good
coffee,
change.
solid coffee.
it's like good kush.
Didn't get any milk or sugar. I assume Morgan takes it black.
It just completely black coffee.
Also, I don't know how you'd store milk and sugar on the ship. Or sugar, obviously.
Sugar's easy.
Milk, I
It'll
don't
be
know how you'd
fine.
store it. Yeah, you'd figure it out. Anyway, over the course of the next hour, you all gather your things. The ghosts begin moving about the ship, getting all of the lines rigged, making sure everything is nice and up to speed with the ship. Are you guys taking off?
Do a
Okay.
do a check-in on
Yeah.
everyone. Make sure everyone's feeling okay.
Yeah.
How we
Zinni has been a bit more quiet today than normal. But other than that, it's up to you guys how you're all feeling today.
You okay over there, Zinnia? You've been a little quiet this morning.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Is there something in your throat? How you doing? Your voice is a little
you sound
different.
a bit deeper this morning.
I think I have a bit of a cold.
Did you
I
grow a
don't know. I
beard?
remember having these colds before. I lived through it.
So I didn't get a chance to ask you before. This whole place, does this look familiar to you?
This definitely looks familiar to me. Wait, no, the DM said it doesn't look familiar, so no, it actually doesn't look familiar to me. I mean, Miss Bonnie, we love
Checking
Bonnie.
in, you know, we love Bonnie. But yeah, just okay, guys. I guess we're gonna be heading off.
Yep.
Okay,
May not come
so
back.
okay, to the cliffs of death. Let's
The
go.
Cliffs of Death.
Yay!
The cliffs
sorry,
of
my
banging
father did not
together.
own those cliffs. Thank you very much.
To the
pretty
cliffs,
good.
to
That's
the
pretty
cliffs
good.
of banging
Almost
together a
certain
lot.
doom.
Can you guys volunteer one person to make me a survival check at advantage to guide you to the cliffs as Lena has seen them? Lena knows the directions, but any of you can make this check.
I think Lena is probably a good pick for this.
Yeah.
I don't know what your guys is doing. I mean, that's up to you. I'm just giving you the options.
He's also a navigator.
It's also
Yeah.
true.
Yes, that is a D20. Correct.
I'm still learning how to play.
That's all. It is your first campaign,
With
and this is like
advantage,
your
did you
fifth
say?
session. Yeah, with advantage.
Okay, so roll again. So you got the first one was
Yeah, so-
plus 8, so 21.
21.
21. Okay, so let me see here. Roll a couple things. You guys would head out from the docks that you had spent the night at. And instead of heading down the southern coast like you've been doing for the past few days, you would head directly out to sea, heading southeast into the ocean. And encountering no difficulty in your travel, i.e. you guys rolled well enough on the encounter table to not hit anything, you guys would travel for about 4 hours straight into open ocean. Lena, you recently traveled this route, but on Pegasus back about a week ago. And after about 4 hours, you would very clearly in the distance begin to hear and it would be another 20-30 minutes before finally these two mountain-like ridges appear out of the distance on the horizon, sticking straight up out of the water. You see these flat sheets of rock, almost like looking through the center of a ravine, but you can see around the edges of the two mountains. They're each probably a half a mile wide, and they are shifting and moving. You see that every few seconds at random intervals, the entirety of the two mountains clash into each other. They tower easily hundreds of feet in the air. You have arrived at the Symplegades.
How long would it have taken to get there?
4 hours, about 4.5-ish. So at this point, it would be around noon.
Okay, I want to take
Rations?
one of those hours to do something.
Okay.
I want to take one of those hours to do
Yeah,
something.
everyone please mark off one use of rations today. And then what are you trying to do, Jax?
Okay. So first of all, I just like to think that we all bought a pair of sunglasses from Walmart.
You know,
before we
the,
left.
the
Max
open,
definitely already had these.
The open
Why
sea
was
is
I
really
not
bright.
informed this bit was happening? I would have gone.
We
and-
don't-
Give me a second.
We don't plan these bits, Aaron. They just happen.
The
We
open, the open
It's
sea
just
is
that we're
really
too cool,
bright.
Aaron.
Yeah.
The reason is we're all a lot cooler than you are.
It's true.
So now our DM's gone.
Now we're the DM.
Because we
We
can say
get to the
whatever we
crashing
want.
cliffs.
Yes, and we
Excuse
pass
me,
through
I'm still the
immediately.
DM. Thank you very much.
We
No
do.
problem.
What the fuck are those?
Okay, what's up?
So. Okay. So.
What are you
Here's
taking
what
this time
Jax
to
is
do?
gonna do. He's gonna take an hour because it's gonna take an hour, and I'm gonna be like, if you need me, I'll be below deck. I'm just gonna do a little witchy thing. Don't worry about it.
Do a
Okie
little
dokie.
witchy thing.
Um,
Okay. Which of your things will you be attempting to do below decks, Jax?
Morgan is like, are you coming for my brand?
Yeah, excuse me. Someone
Okay.
say witchy things.
So. Jackson
It fell off
is
my
what he's
screen.
gonna do. Because I asked this earlier, like a few weeks ago, saying
I
that
remember.
are these
Okay, now
spells
I know
ritual
what you're gonna do.
spells, like
Dope.
custom ones. I'm gonna take an hour to cast Sanctuary of the Unhallowed 5 times.
Okay. 5 times. Okay.
So
You do so.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing preventing you from doing that. Yeah.
Is this
So-
something I came
and
up with?
just for the
Technically speaking,
Yes,
but I
uh,
transformed it slightly.
I forgot what it
into a
is.
spell. So
Into a spell.
yeah, just as a thing. You're able to craft a small token to ward off the attention of death by lighting a candle in a jar and speaking divine words. You make these items a beacon of protection. Choose a damage type. The creature that carries this beacon has resistance to the chosen damage type, along with as long as it remains on their person. Friendly creatures within 10 feet of the beacon also have advantage of death saving throws. So
So
after-
each of you are holding these jars, you will have resistance to all damage and advantage on saves.
Ooh.
How long do these last
all
for?
damage or
8 hours. Or sorry, damage of the chosen type. I
8
apologize.
hours.
Yeah, 8 hours.
This would...
Which one?
Yes.
What damage type are you picking for
Um,
these?
So I am going to be choosing. Okay, so for everyone else except for Max, because I think Max is already resistant to bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, I'm resistant
Okay.
to all physical damage.
Yeah.
You could be
So
more
everyone's
resistant.
gonna get resistance to bludgeoning damage. Max is gonna get resistance to cold damage.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna pick, so yeah, thank you.
Mark off 5 of
Yeah.
your material components for this spell, because this will use the candle in the casting of the spell.
Yeah, I got it. So Jackson will come back up with little mason jars that have been closed up, and in the little bottom is these little like tea candles, but instead of like a like a red fire. It's instead a silvery black flame. And the mason jar is like closed. Which doesn't make any sense because fire cannot survive without air. But it's still burning. It's burning bright. And he's gonna go around and just pass one to everyone except leaving one for Max, and he's already got one on his side. Things to note: they're cold to the touch. They're not hot. They do not produce heat.
Yep.
Oh, that's really nice, Jax. Thank you so much. I didn't get you anything.
So these will help protect you from my father. As well as they will give you a little bit more of a easier time dealing with maybe rocks crashing up against your skin. Try to keep them close. And Max, this is a special one. It will help you ward off some of the cold that you might encounter.
Oh, thanks. You know, it's kind of chilly.
You say in the 90-degree heat of the equator summer.
And wearing a lion skin.
And wearing a lion.
Yeah.
He's being polite.
The lion skin does actually not provide any amount of warmth in the current weather. It's almost magically comfortable.
I mean, it's warm to the touch. That's in the item description.
It is, but I'm saying in terms of it's warm to the touch, but it doesn't make you hot.
It's not like,
It's
yeah,
a
I'm not like sweaty.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, you pass out each of these jars. When each of you take one of these small beacons, these little lanterns that Jax has crafted, there's almost like a slight chill that goes through your body, and the hairs stand up on the back of your necks as you feel this necromantic energy begin to encircle you and protect you. So these beacons are active. I will note that when remembering things later. If I ever tell you you have bludgeoning damage, you obviously have resistance to that now for the next 8 hours. Remember, this lasts as long as these are on your person. So effects that might make you lose hold of things, that might send you tumbling, keep track of that. If it comes down to it, and there's something where I say like, where you say fall into the ocean or something like that, make sure to tell me that you're actively holding on to it and making sure you have it. Otherwise, there might be a roll to see whether or
Can we
not.
put it in our bag, or will it still work?
It has to stay on your person, so I say at best a belt pouch or pocket.
Could I fit it in my pocket? I have short shorts on.
I don't know that Max could fit it in his pocket. The jars are about yay big. They're a decent size.
You could like get like some string and like
Yeah, you could tie it to a belt loop.
You probably
tie
need
it around your neck or something.
All right, just it is important.
I think it's in her character description that Lena's got like those camping trousers on, so she would have pockets. She would have pocket
100%.
space.
You can get them in your cargo pants. Absolutely.
Lena's so fashionable.
Lena's the best.
Just really sexy.
Yeah, Kate, we're cool, okay?
You
Yeah.
all are so cool.
These are
Alright.
sunglasses
What up?
of coolness.
I just like this impedes my ability to DM, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Maybe I'll mess up and not TPK everyone.
I feel.
Hey!
There we go.
There we go.
You feel left out? You started it.
I
You
know.
did do it.
But like, mine are
so-
official Camp Half-Blood merch.
At this point in time, you are circling the area outside of the Symplegades. You can hear the crashing of the cliffs. What are each of you doing?
Morgan casts fly and leaves. No, she didn't.
Yeah, you would not be able to. You will find yourself stranded in the Atlantic Ocean if you do that.
Well, the thing
Can
is,
you
say
imagine
that, but like individuals have a much higher opportunity to get through those than a boat does.
Yeah, if she's going through the Symplegades, fair enough, but.
It's like the Avengers blooper where it's like, dudes, you're on your own! And it just goes, bye! No, she does not do that.
Oh.
I will say, because Lena has already experienced the cliffs, here are some important bits of information that you will not have to make checks for to discern.
Cool.
Because Lena has spent hours already researching them.
Mm-hmm.
The Symplegades open at max at their widest to 35 feet wide. Your ship is 20 feet wide. I sent you a link to the stats for you guys' ships earlier.
Oh, we're gonna
Is it-
Suez Canal this thing. I can just tell already.
Yay!
Smallest that Lena has ever seen them open is 10 feet wide, which is not wide enough for your ship to get through. They
Well, we're
open
swimming,
at
boys.
random intervals, but the farther they open, the harder they clash back together. Because they cross that distance in the same amount of time, no matter how far they open. So when it hits 35 feet, they crash together much harder than when it hits 10 feet.
Aaron, wait.
So you also see over this time, because Lena would have already observed this, that occasionally, when the cliffs are at their middlemost length, you'll see large boulders drop down from the tops of the cliff and crash down into the waters below. You'll see that as it gets to some of its longer lengths, eddies and whirlpools begin to appear in the currents between it, trapping pieces of debris in the center. You can see that when it hits its absolute maximal width, however, which happens very, 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 very rarely, the current pulls from outside of the gate all the way through, increasing the chances of something going through.
Looking up at this, Max is gonna mutter under his breath. You also see walls of stone strike and clash. Gods damn it. Okay, so
How long does it look like it would take to go through it?
So, okay, that's a thing, is you guys know, mechanically, your ship, if the sails are with you, has a speed of 45 feet that it can travel in around. The Symplegades are about 120 feet long. You also know that when it's very thin, say the width of your boat or less, so your boat is about 20 feet wide, there is a portion of time where it will be about 20 feet wide. It's considered difficult terrain, and you will only be moving at half speed. With your oars, you can only move 25 feet and around. Of course, this is assuming the wind is not behind you. This is assuming that you do not have magic assisting you. So that is up to you.
would we be faster going in as they're coming apart because the water will create a whirlpool sucking us in?
That is, yes, technically, you also don't know how far they're going to go apart when you do that.
Mhm.
So
But it
if
will
you
get us
make the wrong
halfway.
judgment, possibly, but if you make the wrong judgment call and start entering when they're opening, it might only hit 10 feet wide and you might hit the two sides of the cliffs.
Mhm.
There's another thing that's important. A lot of this will be luck based.
From my tremendous experience in the climbing wall, which also has
Yes.
a crashing thing, can I surmise anything? Is that useful at all?
You know what I'll say is there is a roll that I have for how wide it will be open. What I will say is when I roll it, I will roll it twice, and I will have Max do the more favorable outcome for the ship when you guys try and go through.
Cool.
Does that sound fair? Because
Sure.
Max would be decent at timing these things.
Sure.
Oh,
So if I roll
Um,
two very low numbers, you might still be stuck with only 10 feet wide.
Mhm.
okay.
Um,
So as the Zinnia kind of
Stand in.
person stand-in, Zinnia has control water.
Correct. Which will
and
speed
might be
you
able
up.
to assist us. Yeah, so we do not have to rely maybe as much on the sails if we cannot.
Can Max get out and push with his swim speed?
I
No,
would
that
say
was a joke.
Max himself could not make a viable difference
I
on the
did
ship's
it with-
speed.
Can we summon a bunch of dolphins and swim?
If you guys want to try and make a tribute to Lord Poseidon
Can
or
we
Lord
borrow
Dionysus,
the hippocampi?
if you want to make a tribute to Lord Poseidon, you can absolutely try.
Hmm.
There are a lot of options here. I want to hear what your guys' plans are, and we can talk about them real quick, because this is going to be a lot of planning for a lot of very quick action once this gets started. So I'm willing to give you the time to plan here.
I mean, we can just float out here as long as it takes for us to decide an
Yeah,
action.
you could also just like take your luck and just try and just ram your way through. There's a possibility of you succeeding doing
Yeah.
that.
We just want to hedge our bets. Like, we just want to make the best possible outcome.
Yeah.
It will ultimately come down to a roll.
It will ultimately go down to roll. But
Yeah.
Lena will have stopped the boat a safe distance from
Yeah.
the Symplegades, so that
Yeah.
when we decide we can get like a
You
run
guys-
up going if we decide to.
Are distant enough to where you can see the interior of the cliffs, and now that you're closer to the cliffs, you can see that there is debris of a lot of ships around the edges of these cliffs. There are
Yeah.
floating
sorry.
pieces. There are floating pieces of wood. You see ripped sails across the edges of the cliffs. There is a lot of debris, but you don't see any evidence currently of any corpses, of any floating buildings, buildings, bodies, anything like that. You are close enough to where the ship would be slightly rocking with the waves coming off of the Symplegades, more so than it would off of the normal ocean. And it's close enough to where it's loud still to hear that crash anywhere between 5 to 30 seconds.
Is the wind favorable?
Currently, why don't you roll me a d8?
Do you want to do it because you're the sailor gal?
Sure.
Yeah, that's the one.
I don't think that counts. If you want to try and
No,
take a
I
chance.
didn't. I didn't roll. He just dropped all of his dice on the floor.
Not all. A portion.
Just
Just a
a
decent
good
amount.
chunk.
Just don't run the Hoover. You'll be fine.
8.
That's so many dice.
8.
8.
Okay.
Is
The
that
wind
good?
is currently not favorable. It is heading to the northwest at the moment.
But big
So
number
the
mean good.
No, that was directional. It was cardinal direction. 1 was directly north, and then 2 was to the
bees.
northeast. Yeah. 8 was to the northwest, which is not favorable, which means you'll be moving at your. It's not directly against you, which means you'll be moving at your normal 45 speed with the sails, but it's not
Okey-doke.
favorable for you.
Okay.
If you guys want to make a tribute to the winds, you could try that. I will remind you,
As
you do have 3 very high value statues
I know,
on you.
that's what
We-
I was.
we
are
They just
aware.
just came to my head.
Okay, what's up, V? I see a hand.
I was just gonna ask, would this is gonna be a weird question. Would tidal wave help speed up the boat as well?
Tidal wave would definitely give you guys a push. Whether or not the boat would get flipped from it is up to a couple of rolls.
Get down.
Like, you could.
Okay.
The tidal wave is, I think, equal risk to just going into the cliffs of, like, it could very favorably come out to your guys' like favor. It could come out to helping you guys, but it could also harm you. It depends.
Mhm.
Would it help maybe keep it open longer? I don't
Keep
know.
the Symplegades open. Let me look at tidal wave spell because that's a lot of rock that you're asking about. With
Yeah.
uh,
Failing that, making an offering to the wind might be a good.
Yeah.
Especially
Okay.
because
3rd level spell. I wouldn't say that.
Lena
it'd be
is
able to hold
sky
the Symplegades open.
adjacent.
Yeah,
Um,
if you wanna make a
Okay.
offering.
Team, hustle up. Let's get together. So Max is gonna get all
So we
three,
have been hustling.
all 3 statues out of his bag.
Okay, you have one of Zeus, one of Lord Poseidon, and one of Lord Hades.
Yep. I know these are real valuable. However, I value our lives just a little more. Would you guys be open to using these as sacrifice?
Very much so. You can't spend when you're dead.
Max, we have like 8.
Well agreed.
We
Okay.
also have a lot
We have
of
like
drachma,
1,800
so
drachma
Okay.
as well.
Yes.
Like we have a lot of
He's
drachma.
gonna take out all 3 statues.
who we?
All 3 of them.
Oh!
No, I think we need to be more specific.
Well, so
Yes.
the logic was to Zeus for favorable wind, to Poseidon for favorable seas, and to Hades, lord of all things under the ground, to keep the cliffs open.
I'm
That-
not sure that.
Not a bad plan. That's
Yeah.
That's not a bad plan.
Okay.
As the DM, I'll say there's a lot of logic to that.
Okay.
Can you roll me an intelligence saving
Do we
throw?
each want to take like?
Hey! Natural 20, fuck you!
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Max knows if there's anything Max knows about it, it's shit about Greek mythology. Basic
yeah.
maths, not
I
so hot.
wasn't
But
gonna do anything like that. It was more just like how long it was going to take you to get that plan out.
okay.
You're very succinct with your words. It's like you're taking that leadership role really seriously when you say these things.
Yes.
Um,
So I'm just need to pick up all these
do we
dice.
each want to take one, or do you want to do them all
that's a
max?
solid plan.
Well, I mean, we can all be presents from all of us. We want to keep everyone alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everyone gather around, and so he's gonna lift up the one to Zeus first. Let me see.
Okay.
Lord Zeus, please take our offering and bless us with favorable winds as we pass through the Symplegades. And he's gonna offer it to the sky.
What is the value on that statue?
250 gold pieces each of them.
Let me check my tribute thresholds real quick. Okay.
It's also got aesthetic value as
Yeah,
pretty.
it is a
Roll
statue of Zeus.
a D100 and add 20 to the roll.
Okie doke. That is gonna be. Oh, is high rolls good or?
I don't know.
That's a
What
90.
you roll? That's a 90 total?
Yeah.
Okay. You all speak this, and Max offers up this statue high into the air, and there's a moment of complete dead air as the winds are not favorable to you at the moment. And then you feel the statue lift from your fingertips, and there's a light whirlwind that takes it off into the clouds. And you guys feel the wind pick up and begin to just head straight to the east, the direction that is favorable to you. You have a
Nice.
favorable wind. That means your speed will be 60 feet, but you also rolled a 90, which on the chart means the god is willing to give you a little extra that will increase your sailing speed by 10 feet. So
Thanks,
the sailing
Zeus.
speed heading east will be 70
70 feet of what?
around.
Okay.
So something to note, the Symplegades are 120 feet long.
Mhm.
Your ship is also 70 feet long, which means you need to clear the gates by 70 feet to make sure the ship does not get
So
destroyed.
it's gonna
Which
take
means
us
you
2
need to
rounds to get
travel-
through.
You need to travel 190 feet to
Yeah.
make sure that your ship does not get crushed in the amount of times that the Symplegades are open.
Okay, it's cool. We're also gonna wish for favorable seas. So next up, Poseidon. He's gonna go to the edge of the ship, and he's gonna lift up the statue and say, "Lord Poseidon, god of the seas, shaker of the earth, please accept our offering and bless our voyage with favorable seas as we pass through the Symplegades." And he's gonna throw it into the sea.
I'm going to have one of the others roll this one. Let me see. I will have Morgan, go ahead and roll this one for me. Roll it and add 20.
Morgan hexes the statue before it goes.
I rolled a 96. So, do you want me to add 20 to it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well, Aaron, I can't do maths of any kind. 116?
Can you change the music to something a little bit more high energy for me for a second? Yeah, this will work. So, Max takes this statue and just full yeets it into the ocean. And you guys see it hit the ocean. And you have this moment where you feel a rumble in the water underneath you. And you feel this offering accepted. And Morgan, you look over the side of the ship for just a moment, and you see the sea foam bubbling underneath the ship. And it turns, and there's almost a massive face in the waves that looks at you. And at that moment, you feel a large hand of water raise out of the ocean, easily twice the size of your ship, and just push behind the back of your ship. You guys are being yeeted through the Symplegades.
Okay, and
Right
as
now?
we're going through, can I also offer the last one?
You can do that on your turn. We'll be rolling initiative for the Symplegades
Ah!
now.
Oh, we're going through now.
See, the thing is, the gods don't necessarily listen to timing, and Poseidon directly intervened with this one. So,
Poseidon's like, I've been waiting for someone to call me.
oh shit. Okay, good to know.
It's not like he's busy with a siege.
So I rolled initiative for the ship. Who is on the helm of the ship? You will be going with the ship.
I assume
Okay. Lena, you will be on initiative count 20. Just letting you know.
Yay!
Because the ship rolled a natural 20. So we're going to go ahead and start initiative for the Symplegades because Poseidon directly intervened. Let's
Thanks,
see here.
Poseidon. Having words with Nerida after this.
I mean, you can always try and hold that offering to Hades
No.
on your turn.
No.
But that's,
Let's go with the
that's
chaos.
up to you. And a Skion is at 20. Max, what'd you get?
17.
17. Let's see here. Morgan, what'd you get?
I rolled a 17.
Okay. What's your Dex mod versus Max's?
My dex is... Hold, please. I think my dex is lower than yours. +2.
Max, what's yours?
Oh, +2 as well.
Okay, well then, Max is gonna go first.
I was about to say, Max, go first, throw the statue in.
Jax, what'd you get?
Dirty 20, and Zinnia got a 10.
Okay, Zinnia got a 10. Max, what's your Dex mod?
+2.
Sorry, Jax. Somewhere very somewhere nice.
+4.
Okay, Lena, what's
4.
your Dex mod?
+3.
No. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Her initiative mod is +5, though.
Okay.
Oh, that's wisdom. Never mind.
Okay. Let's see here, and then the Cliffs go on initiative 20 count as well, but they go after.
Ah, poop.
So, first up we have, you guys are being rocketed towards the clashing cliffs. Let's see here. First one up is Jax. You are holding on to the side of the ship, and you can feel your speed at this point has increased to 100 feet with Lord Poseidon's intervention.
Oh.
What are you doing on it? Do you have anything you want to do?
I was gonna see if I could maybe speed it up and offer Hades the statue before we
Max
get there.
is willing to hand you the statue. Max is the one currently holding
Yeah.
it.
I'll reach my head up, be like,
Yeah, I mean, I was considering giving it
Let
this
me.
one letting this one go with the Death Kit anyway, so yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
You want to
cool.
try and offer? You give me one sentence offering. What are you going to say to the tribute?
fuck, what did Max want?
So he's the lord of the earth, of all things under the ground. So don't let us get crushed by the cliffs.
Don't let
Stop
us get
stop
crushed
the
by the
cliffs.
Okay. Jackson will hold the statue and kind of fill it with some kind of underworldy energy, and say, Lord Hades, King of the Underworld, please give us favorable times with these cliffs. Do not let us crush us.
Okay. Goes in the message. Go ahead, roll me a D100. Add 20.
That's way more verbose than Max is gonna go. He's gonna go, Lord Hades, don't let us get crushed, and yeet it at the cliff.
Add 20.
Add 20.
87.
87. You
Nice.
needed an 85.
Yeah.
So you have this moment where you pulse your own necromantic energies into this statue.
Wrong religion. B.
And you and as you do so, the entire statue dissolves in a black mist between your hands. And you feel another similar rumble begin to appear as you see the cliffs, which would have been open. Let me go ahead and roll a couple of d20s because I'm maxing judgment. That's 2 real low rolls. So that's Hades is gonna give you guys another roll. That's much better. That's much better. Okay, so Hades gave you guys that extra roll that was going to be favorable. You guys see the cliffs are, as you're approaching, they are beginning to open. It already looks like they're past the 10-foot threshold and are continuing to open. You don't know how far they're going to open. I'm going to say that's your whole turn, Jack.
That's not what you can do about it at this point.
You are, Lena, can I please get your strength? Okay, so it's going to be a d20 plus your strength and your proficiency bonus, because this is how well you can steer the ship
It's just a d20
through the cliffs.
Come on, big three.
And
Come
on later
big three.
rounds, if someone would like to take their turn to take the help action to help Lena, that is also an option, but Lena was high up in the initiative.
Oh, that's not good. It's an 8.
Yeah, that's an 8.
That's an 8. So you have sailed small vessels in the ocean and in lakes with your father before. You have never sailed a Grecian battleship through cliffs with a god pushing your boat.
This is new.
and-
Triremes don't have a wheel.
They don't. They have the giant
they have
thing,
like a rudder.
A rudder.
the
Okay.
rudder on the back. That's what they have. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're beginning to steer it.
I should
Unfortunately,
have done this.
so your speed that you have made over this round, you normally get 100. You are going to get half that. So you're only going to have gone 50 feet. And the ship, let me see if the ship takes damage. It's got a damage threshold. Does not pass the damage threshold. So as you go through, you feel the side of the ship scrape into one of the walls as it's opening, and there's this awful noise. But most of the damage is superficial. You not start taking on water. It does not take damage. So that is important to know. But that is the Anaskion's turn. It's now the Cliff's turn. The Cliffs are going to open another 10 feet to 20 feet. They do not collapse this round.
Thanks,
So
Hades.
that is they would have already collapsed had Hades not intervened. So that is going to be the Cliff's turn. Max, are you doing anything on your turn?
Help, Lena?
You're going to take the help action for Lena?
Yeah, when I see, like, she's struggling with the rudder, I'm just... Big muscles, let's
Okay.
go.
Big muscles? All right. That's really good to know. So you're taking help action on your turn. Lena will have advantage on the next check to make it through the ship. Morgan, are you doing anything?
2 clarifying questions. One,
Yeah.
is the cliffs just straight? So is it a straight
It is
shot
a
through?
straight shot. You can see that there is a gap in the at the very, very end.
Okay. In which case, is there any way I can also help Lena?
Lena already technically has advantage. If there's something that you would like to do to make the difficulty check less on the DC, is there anything you can think of that would help the ship either not hit the walls, help the ship move faster, anything like that?
I don't have anything.
All right, then you better hold on. If you want to
Wait.
take the dodge action, because you know that there's sometimes boulders that come through, if you want to take certain actions prepared for if you guys hit a whirlpool, you guys know that these are dangers that you might encounter.
Is there any way? This might be a thing that's a dumb question. Is there any way to use Thunderwave to make us go faster? If I
Technically speaking, the way the spell was worded, I would say no,
Thunderwave
but if
pushes
you roll me a
things.
decent Arcana check, I might let you. So
Thunderwave
roll me a
Okay.
pushes
Arcana
things,
check.
that's a massive part of Thunderwave.
It is. It pushes small objects. It is a first level spell.
okay,
You
let me add
outcast
my
it?
Arcana.
Yeah.
These are the Symplegades.
These are the Symplegades.
Yeah. So that's a 22.
22. Okay, you know that if you cast it at like 3rd level behind the ship, you might get something decent out of it. You might also hurt part of the ship. So you can try it absolutely if you want to. If you think the ship can take the damage, go for it.
I try it.
Okay.
It's something.
So
We need to
you
make up that lost
sprint to the
speed.
back of the you sprint to the back of the ship. You're upcasting it at 3rd level?
Yeah.
Okay, and you clap your hands behind the ship, and you see this moment where you feel yourself pushed ever so slightly forward. I'm going to roll for the ship. That's a natural 20. So the ship is going to take half the damage. So go ahead and roll all the damage for Thunderwave.
I know. I gotta remember what
roll
the.
low, roll low.
This is the time where I'm like, don't roll
You
high.
need to
dice.
roll beneath the threshold.
The threshold, by the way, it's a damage threshold of 15. If you roll less than 15, it does no damage.
Okay, so unfair. So 2d8.
Oh, what's that hype music we were listening to a second ago? Where'd it go? That was a.
This is the Astral Sea.
Oh, okay.
This is less hype.
It's gonna get...
Less hype. Less hype.
Okay, there we go.
Can we get to the hype bit?
Oh. Okay, that's better.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Rolled a 10 on the first one.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Weston, I know you're watching. These people, Philistines don't appreciate your music.
I appreciate it. I just want the hype music.
Neanderthal.
We appreciate the hype bits right now because my
Yeah. I need the hype bits to keep me going. Morgan, what'd you get on damage? Come on.
I'm pretty sure my
yeah, I
blood
got-
pressure right now is
Got
quite
10
high.
on the first one, and then the extra 1d8 from the second level is a 6, and the extra 1d8 from third level is a 1.
Okay, so that's 17 total damage.
Yeah.
So as you do this, you push the ship a full another 10 feet forward. You guys have now gone a total of 60 feet, but the ship is going to take 17 points of thunder damage. As she does so, you see that cracks begin to appear in the banisters behind you. It is not a whole lot of damage compared to the actual HP of this ship, so you're okay for now. I'll tell you right now, the ship is sitting at 283 HP.
Oh,
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we're good.
The cliffs do a decent amount of damage, though, so don't feel like you're out of danger yet. That's Morgan's turn. Is Zinnia doing anything?
Zinnia is going to cast Control Water, Redirect Flow to push us further.
I will say at this point, that would not assist because Poseidon is already fulfilling that role.
Okay, good to know. Can we do Redirect Flow to push the kind of walls further?
To
Maybe
try
to help
and
with the
push
DC.
the walls aside. Go ahead and roll me a spellcasting check for Zinnia. Just D20 plus their int mod.
Okay. 16.
Zinnia's not confident that that'll work, but there's a shot.
There's not much else we can do. I guess.
Okay, so you're gonna go for it?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll for the cliffs at advantage. Yeah, Zinnia pushes the redirect flow on the cliffs, and for now they're already opening, so you don't know the effect that'll have later. But Zinnia can be concentrating that on their next turn. But
yeah,
we're up to top of initiative. Jax, it's your turn. What are you doing? Are you doing anything? Oh wait, actually, sorry. At top of initiative. No, wait, the cliffs go later. Never mind, you're before the cliffs. Go for it.
Okay. Fuck, I can't do much. Be honest.
You can always take a dodge action, brace yourself to the ship. There are things that you can do to prepare for if you were to hit dangers coming forward. You could see if you can scout out any dangers that the ship is headed towards. There's a lot of things you can do.
Okay. I will go to bow the ship.
Okay.
And I'm going to see if there are any whirlpools forming.
Whirlpool. Roll me your choice of investigation, perception, or survival, or even nature. There's a bunch of skills that can help you find whirlpool.
Investigation, because that's a +2. 7. No.
7? You don't see any evidence of whirlpools at the moment. But is there anything else, any bonus actions or movements that you want to do on your turn? You good? You good?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
The Anaskion, Lena, I'm gonna need another one of those checks, this time made at advantage because Max is assisting you.
Woo. Let's go. Good juju. Not awful.
That's not awful. That's a 13.
Plus
first
3,
time.
16.
16.
22 total.
22 in total.
Okay, 22. Okay, this time you steel yourself and you have no issue as you hit this moment where Max grabs onto one end of the steering rudder and just full pulls it. You can see the tendons popping in his neck and shoulders as he gets you guys back on track, and you use a mix of your own strength and guiding his to sort of get you in the right direction. And there's this moment where you guys pick up such speed that you are skipping over the top of the waves. You guys make it the full 100 feet of your movement. You are 160 feet through. The front half of your boat breaches the end of the Symplegade. So you guys are going to need to make it through one more round to make sure you don't get crushed.
How much ghost vomit is coming out the side of the ship right now?
Make a full action check for ghost vomit.
Bit of ectoplasm.
But that's going to be Lena's turn. It's the Cliff's turn. Luckily, you've not hit their closing threshold yet. However, I need everyone who's on the deck of the ship to make me a dexterity saving throw.
And I need Val to make me a wink, please. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, Val, go ahead and wink.
Courtesy of Mr. B.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, that's yours.
That's my dice.
The singular is die, which is what we're gonna do.
I mean, you might with this check if you fail it.
With did you say with anything?
No, just straight deck.
Okay.
If you have something that helps you on, dexterity saving throw. So if you have something that
17
helps you on dexterity saving throw.
So
Okay. Lena, what'd you get?
Add +3.
With the +3, 12.
Okay. Max, you have 17. Morgan, what'd you get?
I got an 11.
Question, Lena. Is Minstrel on top of the decks or is he below decks?
Minstrel would have battened down the hatches
Yeah.
before we're going into the Symplegades.
Yeah,
The question is, would Lena give Minstrel the chance to escape if the ship gets crushed? Because
Yeah,
if
I
he's below
feel
decks,
like I would have left him on deck, so if
Okay, then he
can
needs to
just-
also make me a dexterity saving throw. Have I already? I think I sent you a link to the Pegasus stat block. If
Yeah.
not, I can send it to you
No,
again.
you did. I just need to get
Okay.
that.
V, what'd you get?
Someone else.
So I got a 11, and Zinnia got a dirty 20.
Okay, Val, what'd you get?
I got an 11.
Okay. And then Minstrel's roll was...
I haven't rolled yet. I can't find his stat block.
Oh, okay, I can send it to you again if you want.
What's the dex
Aaron,
mod?
give us a wink,
That's all we
baby.
need to know.
I'm pulling it up. Dex mod has a plus to dex saves equal to +4.
Okay, roll. What do you think?
I'll go ahead and send that to you again real quick so that you have it. And then I'll pin it in our
19!
company.
+4, 23.
23.
23.
Minstrel's
Okay,
fine.
Minstrel succeeds the dex save.
You
Anyone
got 4
who
legs.
rolled
It's so much easier.
who rolled less than a 14, you're gonna take full damage on this one. Let's see here.
Halved because bludge resists.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're
Yes.
Bludgeoning.
resistant.
Yeah.
Okay. So 21,
You're welcome.
25, 33
Also, we've got
points
a wink from Aaron and a hydration check.
of
I don't have
let's
any
see,
hydration on me.
It's one of the few things I asked
empties
every session. Okay. Well,
I
when
drank
you-
right before the session. I'm sorry. I don't want to pee.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay, how many?
So, those
Sorry,
of you
what-
who rolled
what
a
was that?
14 or higher, those of you who rolled a 14 or higher, you're only going to take 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
Half
Those
to
of
8.
you who rolled a
Reduce.
reduce to 8 if you have resistance to bludgeoning, which all of you do. And then those of you who failed the throw are going to take 33 points of bludgeoning damage and have 16 points of resistance.
It's okay.
Minstrel does not have resistance, but he did succeed the check, so he takes 16 points of bludgeoning damage. So, just letting you know, Lena, Minstrel's taken 16 points of damage.
Okay, sorry, my headphones cut out for a sec.
Okay, that's good to know. But that's that. The Symplegades do not close yet. Those of you who are watching, however, know that this is your last round in the Symplegades before they shut.
Mm,
Uh,
we're on
let's
the
see
back
here.
of the ship.
So, yeah, those of you who are at the back of the ship, which is currently Morgan, Lena, Max, you're still in danger.
Morgan, fly away.
Can
Just
I-
fly away, Morgan.
Can I yell, get to the front?
You can yell that if you'd like.
Yes, I will
Um,
be taking to yell, get to the front.
Okay. You yell that. Max, it's your turn. Are you going to continue to assist Lena, or are you running to the front of the
I'm
ship?
going to continue to assist.
Okay, sounds good. Let's see here.
Captain goes down
Morgan,
with the ship.
sounds good. Morgan, what are you doing? You're at the back. You just underway at the back. You guys have almost made it all the way out. You can see the front half of the ship is out of the cliffs. What are you doing?
Morgan starts to move forward, and then pauses. Fuck! And turns back around and casts Thunderwave again at 3rd level.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm gonna roll the save for the ship. Okay, the ship fails to save, so it's gonna take the full damage. However, you are still gonna get the push.
If this were a Telltale game, in the corner it would say Max will remember this.
Okay. 5, 10, 4, 14. The last one wasn't good. 14, 23.
23. Okay, so
Yes,
it's gonna take another
16,
23 points of
17,
damage.
16,
The
17.
Anasteon's down to 260 hit points. But you move you guys another 10 feet. So you guys only have to cross 20 more feet in order to get out of here. Let's hope something bad doesn't happen, because there's gonna be something that comes up soon. That's Morgan's turn. Is Zinnia doing
This is not the time to freeze!
anything, or is Zinnia holding concentration on the control water to hopefully lessen the damage?
Oh,
Okay.
Sorry,
did you guys
Discord
freeze?
froze for a hot sec.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
time,
Okay,
Discord!
so is Zinnia continuing to hold concentration on the control water, or is Zinnia trying anything else?
how far do we have to move?
You have to move another 20 feet.
Ooh.
You could try that tidal wave if you want. That might get you guys clear.
I was gonna say that could get us clear, but that's definitely okay. All right, fuck it. So
okay.
Zinnia, with their hands out to the side, is going to drop concentration and instead push. Casting tidal wave.
The magic of the River Lethe joining the magic of Lord Poseidon. I'm going to go ahead and roll the save for... Actually, everyone on the ship would also make this save, so can each of you make me a dexterity saving throw. Including... This is important because we could lose some of you in the
Yes.
gate right now.
I'm making a heroic resilience.
Okay.
Okay, that's better.
What's Zinnia's saving throw? DC?
Zinnia's saving throw is a 18.
No, the
18 is what
DC.
Oh, the DC? The DC. Fuck.
It would be less than that.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
gonna be 8
yeah.
plus int mod plus proficiency
That's
bonus.
14 for you.
8 plus 3. So that would be 16.
Okay. So, Lena, what'd you get?
13.
Max, what'd you get?
18.
Morgan, what'd you get?
11.
Jax, what'd you get?
Natural 1.
What'd
Zinnia
Minstrel get?
TPK's the party.
What did Minstrel get?
Minstrel got a 17.
Minstrel's
Okay.
fine.
The ship, however, succeeded the throw, so it's gonna ride that tidal wave out of the Symplegades. The rest of you, however, those of you who roll less than a 16 are going to take, that's full, 12, 14, okay. You guys are going to take 20 points of bludgeoning damage,
To 10.
and can each of you make me a dex save to see if you can stay on the ship?
If Lena goes overboard, Max has got the rudder.
Yeah.
I know,
That's the only good
I'm
thing right
aware.
now.
I know, so Lena, Morgan, and Jax, can each of you make me a dexterity saving throw? There is a decent DC on this to see if you can stay on the ship, or if you're swept off.
Amy, that's not good.
I got 11.
Jax, what'd you get? Okay, Lena got an 11, Jax, what'd you get?
7.
Okay, Morgan, what'd you get?
Good question. Would I realize that they are going over?
Oh, thank God we
At
got
this
one.
point, make me a perception check at disadvantage because there's water in your mouth. Like it is a wall of water coming over the side of the ship.
Okay,
Don't worry about
perception?
me. I can do something.
I got a 15 with disadvantage.
Okay, you'd see that Lena and Jax are both popping over the edge.
Don't
yeah.
worry about me.
So I rolled
To go
on my
over, you're
dex-
gonna choose to fail the save.
My dexterity save was a 18 plus 2, so a dirty 20.
With that roll, I will let you get to one of them if you choose to fail the save.
Okay, at this point, I will run to, I'm gonna run to Lena,
Okay.
and I'm gonna yell to Jax, Misty Step! And I'm gonna cast Dimension Door on myself and Lena.
You do that on your turn. This is to see whether or not you're swept off the ship. So
Yeah,
you are
but
failing to do with Lena.
Yeah, I'm gonna...
Okay. And the two of you are carried into the ocean, and you are underwater. There will be checks to see if you can cast spells on your next turn.
Beans.
Okay, Jax, you are also pulled off the edge of the ship.
Yep.
The three of you swept away. However, Zinnia and Matt, the two of you on the Anasteon, have left the clashing gates. You are currently safe. Letting you know that. The ship is currently safe.
Wait,
However,
quick clarifying question. The water we're in, are we still between the Symplegades?
yes, you are left in the Symplegades. The three of you are between the cliffs. That is important that you know this. So,
Cool.
next person up is Jax. You are in the cliffs. It is about 20 feet to the ship. You are underwater. Let me see if you can make a perception check to actually properly see the ship. So roll me a perception check at disadvantage.
Yep.
What is this bullshit? No, we need scary. We need scary.
It's a playlist.
I'm scared.
I'll put Orphan Maker on. How about that?
That actually works.
Oh,
Let's do that.
Yeah, sure.
With a natural 2 and no modifiers, Jackson doesn't see anything.
You can roll me, if you would like to still try and Misty Step out, it will be a random roll to see where you end up. If you would like to try and do that.
You'll at least get out of the Symplegades.
Yeah,
It's
you are
Yeah.
currently about to die.
You might get out of the Symplegades. You
I might, that's
teleport-
the thing. I might go 30 feet in the opposite fucking direction.
This
is
is
my
also
You might
This
go
is all true!
straight down. So,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Are you going to take your chances and just teleport? Or are you going to swim in a random direction? What are you doing? Are you going to swim first and teleport? You can do that if you'd like.
Is it possible to swim?
It is possible. It is difficult. You are currently at half speed.
Do I know which direction I'm going if I'm want to swim?
You are eyes closed, mouth in every orifice. You just need to pick a direction. You have not had enough time to know buoyancy, whether or not you're going up or down or side to side.
You said we were headed east, right?
The ship is headed east.
But the Symplegades, yeah, that's headed east. Follow the light. Can you see the light?
At this point, with the perception check, it's too much. Water isn't everything. What are you doing? Come on, you got a couple seconds, Jax. You gotta make a split decision here.
I'm gonna Misty Step.
Okay. Give me just a moment.
Misty Step. Yeah.
Good to
That's what I'm
know.
doing.
You have Misty Stepped, you're still in water.
Yeah.
We don't know where the
Okay.
water is!
Would you also like to swim in the direction you Misty Stepped, and you still have movement and action?
Just commit to it.
Do I feel any kind of pull where I am now, Misty
At
Step?
this moment, there is currents everywhere, there is turbulent water everywhere. Do you want to swim? What are you doing?
I'm gonna try to stay in the same place.
Roll me a strength saving throw then. See if you can stay in the same spot.
Oh, now I roll good. It's a natural 20.
Natural 20? Okay, your eyes are closed and you're swirling. With that, your hand breaches air. And you can... You cannot see where you're at currently, so I will give you that information on your next turn, but you have breath and you are not suffocating at the moment.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Alright.
Next person up is going to be Lena. Lena, you are underwater. You can feel Morgan at the last second as you were swept over the side of the boat. You know it's Morgan because no one else has long hair like you in this thing, and there is hair just in your face from the water. You are gripping each other, basically in a hug, and you are both deep underwater.
That's pretty
Roll me a
gay.
perception check if you can see what
Pretty
direction.
gay, Aaron!
If you can see what direction up is or side to side is.
That's not good.
I'm buying you new dice.
Okay. What's that total? I'll let you know right now. You need a 15.
Perception check.
Yeah.
Well, you need a 15. You should roll a 15. That's 8 plus 6 is 14.
14. You don't know which direction you're headed.
Gosh darn it.
I will let you know the cliffs are after you, and Morgan doesn't go till after the cliffs.
Just
You can grab Morgan and start swimming. You're already at half speed if you'd like.
Yeah, gonna start swimming
Okay.
first of all.
Okay.
Are we also
I picked the direction. Good to know.
are we also in the water?
You are in the water. You don't even know if you're swimming up or down right now.
Okay. Can I also? I assume it's quite.
You are
dark.
caught in riptide.
Is it dark?
It is dark. You are underwater.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna also cast light to
Mhm.
try and see if that will.
Okay. I will let you know. Light will decrease the amount of distance you can travel swimming
Yeah.
because that's taking your action. So do you want to light or do you want to swim?
you can use your dash if you don't
Yeah.
use light.
We're very screwed. This is not.
Just swim. Just
gonna swim.
keep
yeah?
swimming.
That is the correct decision because right after you start swimming, Morgan, you feel yourself dragged along. Jax, Morgan, Lena, you all hear about 10 feet to the side of you as the gates closed and none of you were inside of it. Jax, had you failed your strength save, you would have been thrown against the side of the Anaskion because both of you ended up going the correct direction.
Oh.
That was very lucky. We can exit initiative as none of you are in any amount of danger anymore.
Okay, Max is jumping
I am
overboard
letting
and
you
grabbing
know
everyone up.
Now, I'm going to pull out a calculator real quick. Had you stayed there, you would have been taking 30 d12 blodgeoning damage from how
Okay,
wide the
yes,
gates
yes,
were.
yes, swimming was the correct.
Lena
Every
had
Yes!
Lena had 8 HP left.
My god!
Every 5 feet that the gates opened was 6d12 bludgeoning damage. So you all survived by the skin of your teeth, quite literally in some
Would have
cases.
died.
Would have died.
100%.
Morgan,
would have
are you
died.
going to teleport you guys on top of the boat as Lena breaches surface?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to say between the three of you, Jax, you've used your Misty Step, but you can get on.
Max would jump overboard to help anyone. He would
Yeah.
be heading towards Lena and Morgan, and then they disappear, and then he goes to Jax.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
so we
guys have
get
made it through the Symplegades.
Oh, it only cost us 3 statues worth 250 gold pieces and almost losing Lena, but we got there.
And Jack.
No,
And
and
Jax.
Morgan.
And Jax
Jack
and
would have
Morgan.
fucking died.
No, I mean, like,
Straight
even
up.
before the final amount of damage, Lena was almost out.
Yeah.
How much are you on?
I had like 20 hit points.
I'm on 19.
She's on 8!
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm on 92.
So that was a lot of luck that went into that, but the statues helped you so much.
Oh my god.
So much.
Okay.
Because you got through the Symplegades with a full ship, and because of that, I'm going to give my players some time to cool down. We're going to go ahead and take our break there.
Oh, Max.
We will be back at the 55-minute mark of the hour. Please, everybody, grab something to drink, grab a snack, stand up a little bit. We'll be back. Go ahead and take us out, Birdie.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. everybody! Welcome back to this week's episode of Dungeons and Demigods on Azure with. We had a very stressful first half of this session where our players made their way successfully with no deaths through the Symplegades, the clashing gate.
And I'm still alive.
This close.
The only... Oh, there was actually a little bit... the only damage dealt to their ship was by themselves. They did not harm their ship going through the straits.
Aaron, can I ask a favor? Stop tapping your desk.
No. There we go. But they made their way through the Symplegades, the 300-foot tall mountain cliffs that raise out of the ocean to guard the entrance to the Sea of Monsters. They successfully made their way through. Max has just dived into the water and pulled Jax, who is coughing out lungfuls of water. Lena and Morgan have just teleported onto the surface of the ship. And there's a little bit of peace as you all just hear the of the Symplegades you've just passed through. There is an immediate feeling, however, before I get to you in a second, V. As you take a moment to catch your breath, you do feel very different than before you passed through the gates. You are feeling, even if you yourself would not be scared, there is a feeling of apprehension in the air, almost as though the world around you itself is holding its breath. There is a tightness to the air. The sea is calmer than it should be. You have entered the Sea of Monsters. Jax, I saw a hand.
I just wanted to know something. What was the possibility that I would have fucked up Misty Step?
You had a 3 on sides of the D20 would have gotten you in the right direction. So you rolled whatever 3 divided by 20 is chance. Because 11, 12, or 13 is what is going to get you through it.
6% chance.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I'm aware that people are probably looking a lot worse for wear than Jackson is. So, instead of doing Jackson's normal thing, which is and not doing anything, he's actually gonna get up and check on everyone, make sure they're okay.
Hold up, Jax. Take off your shirt. I gotta check your stitches. You've been in the water.
You lift your shirt, and there are small rivulets of blood running down your chest where you have popped a few stitches.
Ah, dear. Okay. Oh.
It's okay. I can wait. People look worse.
Yeah, it's not. It's basically just superficial. It's just gonna affect how the scar heals. It's not gonna cause him any further damage.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Question. When we teleported onto the ship, did we land, standing, or...
No, you are very much just mashing on each other right now in terms of how you landed.
I mean, you would have had chance to,
disentangle.
Yeah, before me and Jax got back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still, Lena's just gonna be lying on her back on the deck of the ship. Just breathing really hard, first of all, of just... Death was close.
You are very aware that you would have been a fine paste, if not for chance itself.
Yep. She's gonna turn her head to look at Morgan, who's lying next to her, and just go, "You are an absolute idiot."
You know, I haven't been called that before. That one's a new one. You okay, sunshine?
I'm just
by the way,
need...
with Lena's passive perception, as you kind of roll onto one side and stretch out, you feel on the leg of your pants where there is not a weight. When you were swept off the ship, you did lose your beacon. Morgan, you still have yours. I did roll for each of you to see if any of you would lose them. Jax, you also still have your beacon. I am letting you know.
It was in a zipped pant pocket.
and that pocket is ripped open.
Damn it.
So, just letting you know, that could have gone very badly.
I mean, she was gonna die anyway.
Yeah, that was instant death. Death saves weren't gonna out with that one.
Yeah, but it's one of those things, if there were other things that could have downed you besides just the gates themselves.
Okay.
Good to know.
So yeah, Max is gonna he's gonna bust out his first aid kit and start helping people.
Okay.
And I will help.
Yeah, and you who have been patched up the most by Max thus far are starting to get the downs of like cleaning wounds, getting that ready, doing your first aid.
So that's engineering myself. Don't worry.
Yeah, exactly. And I can say, you guys, if you want, you guys can take a short rest here to heal yourselves with hit dice, to regain abilities.
Follow my finger. You got... Okay, you don't have concussion. It's okay.
So
How
if anyone...
is Zinnia?
Zinnia only ever took the cliff damage, succeeded on that, so only took 8 points of bludgeoning damage across that whole thing.
Hey, samesies.
Oh yeah, Zinnia's good on health. I just mean like mentally.
Oh, mentally fucked, because Zinnia is now... I'm not going to go too far into the roleplay of the character because that's Bonnie's decisions and stuff like that, especially because we were piloting the character without Bonnie here. I imagine had Bonnie made the tidal wave decision, Zinnia would be feeling quite bad about almost killing many of their friends.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to go too far into that RP because I'm going to let that RP be up to Bonnie if Bonnie would have made the choices, because we're only doing our best guesses. We love you, Bonds, and we can't wait to have you back.
Okay, but yeah. Okay, I won't get into that roleplay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will check on them, make sure they're okay, move on.
Physically, they are mostly okay, just bruises and scrapes.
Move on to Morgan and be like, hey, how you doing?
Don't read too much into.
I'm reading so far into it.
If you could just not read into that at all, that
Okay,
would be...
but like, I've been reading into it for the past few days, so like, don't worry.
Wait, I'm talking about the ship. What are you talking about?
Oh, never mind. I look over to Lita for a second and look back to Morgan and then keep on going.
That is not that. No, that is complete.
Don't worry. Don't
I'll
worry.
hex you.
I'll hex you back.
So you try to tiny
Yes, Max.
disrespect.
Once Jax is gone, Max is also gonna, like, once he's finished seeing Talina, he's gonna go over to Morgan and start looking over her wounds. And he's gonna take time, he's gonna be like, hey, Morgan,
Yes.
I get the impression you're not a hugger. But, so I just wanted to say, what you did back there, you know, it might not have been the smartest thing to do, but it was really brave, and it was really heroic. So I'm gonna hug you by not hugging you, okay?
Max understands boundaries!
I appreciate
This is my
that.
respect juice.
This is Max drinks his respect juice. It was purely logical. It's like we can't steer a ship if we don't have as many people, so ensuring the ship makes it through is far more logical than just running to the bow and doing nothing. That's all it was.
and trying to, like, save Lena when she went overboard.
A good chance to test out my spellcasting abilities under pressure.
Insight!
Are you lying?
Fucking lie!
Okay, roll me a deception check then, please.
Can she get disadvantage for gay panic?
Can I get disadvantage for gay panic?
If you want disadvantage for gay panic, I'll enforce disadvantage for gay panic.
I would really like to, yes.
I want that on a t-shirt. Can we freaking work on that? If you want disadvantage for gay panic,
Gay
I'll
panic.
give you disadvantage for gay panic.
Check the Redbubble store.
Check out our new shirt on Redbubble.
I rolled a
With
12.
disadvantage. I rolled an 11!
But you, overall, Morgan is normally very good at fulfilling this very stoic, very disconnected, calculating look. But they are attempting to do so, and she does so, but is constantly doing that thing where the eyes are flicking over to Lena and looking down and then flicking, and it's that little eye motion that gives it away to Max, who he's not a dumb boy. He understands people.
I will say, Max does not get the gay part. He does not get that she has a crush. What he does get is that she's lying. So,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm really proud of you. Okay, so and he's
I
gonna
think
finish.
that's the
finish
first
looking-
time anyone's said to Morgan that they're proud of her.
And he's gonna
Well,
finish.
Kyron said it, but you've never believed it.
Just finishes looking over her wounds, like she got a few. I mentioned like a little bit of blood coming from the hairline. Just gonna finish. Okay, I think you're all good. Lots of rest. Okay, and he's gonna walk away.
I need to hex people to restore my reputation immediately.
Okay. If anyone would like to roll hit dice to regain hit points, please let me know how much you're regaining. Remember, as you don't have to roll them all at once. You can expend them one at a time if you'd like, and each one regains you the roll of the die plus your Constitution modifier. Do remember, you only regain half as many as your level each night. So if you use all of them tomorrow, you only have half.
I'm going to use half of them.
Okay.
The better half.
Okay, and remember, I'll say that I have ruled it personally that you regain half rounded up, not rounded down, because I like to not limit on resources.
I will roll 4 hit dice.
Now Max needs his hit points to hit dice to inflict damage. He's not using.
Also,
it.
Max took 8 points
Yeah,
of
he's also
damage.
fine.
Max-
He's like he's on 92.
I will remind you, if you would like to supplement this with Nectar, you may. However, I'll let you roll the hit dice first to see if you do want to use the Nectar.
Okay.
You can roll
Jackson
3 if you want.
heals for
You will regain
21.
4 after a long rest.
21, okay.
So up to 44 hit points.
Morgan, how much did you go for?
I rolled 2 hit dice and I healed for 13, so I'm at 42 out of 55.
Lena, how much did you heal for?
I rolled 3 and I got 12.
Did you add your con mod to that for each of those die?
Oh, do
Oh
you do
no,
that?
was I meant to?
Yeah. When you
Ah.
regain
So
hit
it was
dice,
9
it's the die plus your con mod for each die.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's 3 times your con mod as well.
So 12 plus 9.
Okay, that's much better.
Yeah. Okay.
21.
Okay. There you go. That's important. That's a large portion of the healing via hit die. Also, I'm gonna say that Zinnia is gonna use 1 hit die and go back up to full.
I'm
Yeah,
also gonna have some nectar because Lena feels terrible right now.
Okay. Yeah. If you want to use your nectar for the day, absolutely.
Can my first aid kit healing stuff not have done any healing?
If there is a feat for healers kits to have them regain hit points, if you would like to take the healer feat next level, you may.
I suppose it's like.
So
How
what the
many-
healer's kit itself does is it helps where you can stabilize people without making a check.
Okay. Alright.
There is the healer feat where if you stabilize someone using a healer's kit, they regain 1 hit point, and you can use an action to heal someone with a healer's kit for I think it's
It's not much,
1d6
it's like-
plus 4,
Yeah,
but it's like a
something
decent, and they can only do that once per rest.
Okay,
short
yeah,
rest or
never
one.
mind. I'm good.
How many
It's
hit
a
points does
decent feat for
nectar
people who
give?
don't have healers. What's up, Lena?
How?
It's 2d4 plus 2.
Okay, I was gonna say how much?
Yeah.
How many hit points does nectar
Yeah.
give me?
Nectar is 2d4 plus 2, and this is your risk-free one for the day. So until you take a long rest, you're going to be making saves each time you take nectar after this to see whether or not you spontaneously combust.
So that's 5 plus 7.
Mhm.
So 5 plus 2 is 7.
Yeah.
Okay, VIC at hand.
How many ghosts did we lose?
Over half.
None. The ghosts were fine. They were all below deck.
Okay.
How much ghost vomit is that?
Alright.
Ghost
How much-
vomit, there is a little bit of dried ectoplasm, but not much.
Guys, clean this up. Come on.
Roll for
Henderson.
ghost vomit.
Roll for ghost vomit. All right, fine. Yeah, no, there's only a little bit. I rolled a 4. Not much ghost
Hey.
vomit.
Alright, cool. As long as the ghosts are okay.
Lena, with your passive perception, you would see around you that there is empty horizon besides the Symplegades, which are behind you, except for one blip in the distance, a couple miles away. You bought binoculars, right? Or who bought binoculars?
Someone did.
Someone did.
Zinnia bought binoculars. Zinnia will offer
Zinnia.
you the binoculars to use.
Yeah.
If you want to make a perception check to see how much you can see of that island.
Yeah.
Okay,
If this
what's
was
the
below a
perception check?
10, we're banning that dice.
I'm gonna change dice.
Okay.
We're also banning this dice.
That's unfortunate. What was your total roll?
So I rolled a 5 plus 8.
Plus your perception.
Which is
So 13? You can't make out a whole lot of detail about this island, but you do see that it is a thin, rocky crag with lots of little bits coming out of the ocean around it. You can't make out a whole lot of distance without getting much closer, but that's what you can see for now. Can Lena still hear me?
Yes.
It was a
Okay,
thing
just make sure
that-
Lena's headphones are still on.
the headphones weren't on when you described that whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I can
You
still
see that it's
hear
a...
Oh, could you? Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Okay.
I was just getting
But
my
that's what you guys know.
binoculars.
You've taken a short rest outside of the Symplegade. Yep. Spyglass. Gotcha. You've taken a
Yeah.
short rest outside the Symplegades. What are you guys doing?
Does Lena make us aware of the island?
I don't know. I'm asking Lena.
So Lena's just gonna be sat on deck with the binoculars, just fully sat down because just not had fun today, and she's just gonna really
Minstrel
quietly
comes
just
up and like flumps next to you.
yeah, just gonna go. Hey guys, how's everyone feeling?
I'm feeling pretty great. I'm not gonna lie. We got through the Symplegades real well. How are you doing?
I'm fine, but there is an island over there.
I see the island.
Yeah, now that it's been pointed out, you can see if Lena hands up the binoculars, you can see it pretty clearly. But at this point, she's a little black dot.
Yeah.
You get about as much detail at this distance that Lena would get
Yeah.
with the rocky crag. You can't see a whole lot of detail. It looks pretty decent sized though.
Well,
It does not look like a large volcanic mountain covered in jungles that you are supposed to be headed towards.
Well, it's not what we're aiming for, but it could be something. Maybe it's Cersei's island. Hey, Zinnia, does this look familiar? I hand Zinnia the binoculars.
Zinnia doesn't even take the binoculars. No, that's not it.
It's not Cersei's
That's not-
island?
No, that's not Cece's resort.
Do we want to risk it, or...
Well,
I just
right
want to
now
remind everybody
there's
that we are in
there
the
is
sea
nothing
of
else.
monsters.
Maybe...
Oh, also, can everyone? I forgot to ask. Can everyone mark down a gallon of water drink for today?
We have the thing.
Correct. Are you wanting to accrue spare gallons of water in case they're destroyed?
Well, I don't think we...
yes.
You do have the 2 5-gallon tanks.
Yeah, I don't know who's keeping track of water is the thing. I don't.
Okay, someone volunteer to keep track of your water, because that may come up depending on if you lose the Anaskion, because the water filtration systems will go down with this ship.
I got
I'm
it.
bad at keeping track of things.
Okay.
I got it. Don't worry.
So essentially, for now, they make 14 gallons a day between the two. Sorry, 11 gallons a day, because one makes 5, one makes 7. So that's 12. Why can't I math? 12 gallons a day. You each are required to drink at least 1 gallon a day, and Minstrel requires 4. So that means net you can gain 2 per day left over.
Okay.
This is important to keep track of in case there's a malfunction with the water filtration system, anything like that. Did I do math right? Did I mess that up? Okay.
We make 12 and drink 9, so we gain 3 a day.
3. There you go. So I did mess the math up. Thank you. See, I've already proven I can't do math. Let's see here. But that is important to know. So do you guys want to risk this island, or do you want to just sail randomly?
Maybe we can just sail a little bit closer so we can get a better idea of what's on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
We don't, like, make port. We just want to get a little more of a feel. Let's
Vibe
scope it
check
out.
an
Let's
island.
case the joint.
Let me check something real quick. Okay.
Just gonna say,
You guys-
Let's take it
when
slow. Let's,
when Morgan comes
relax
over,
a bit.
Lena's just gonna not quite ignore her, but kind of just blinkers.
Ice cold.
So you all begin to sail forward taking the time to get the Anaskion moving. Jax, you're commanding the ghosts. Lena, you're giving people orders. The rest of you are taking as much time as you can to just relax for a little bit before you get closer to this island.
The rudder.
Jax, as you get closer to this island, you are the only person who rolled high enough to hear this. You hear a very faint.
Oh no!
You hear this before, very faintly in the distance. Do you say anything to the rest of the
Is
group?
that Jeff Buckley's Hallelujah?
What? Okay, hang on.
It sounds like angelic singing, and it's quite nice.
Oh no.
If you want to roll me a history check, you can at
Yeah.
advantage, because this is something that came up relatively recently.
I would have mentioned the sirens when I bought the.
You would have,
17.
but it's also been a very bad day. You know that there's one really important thing that sings out here on the ocean.
Jackson is going to go up.
Okay. I'm gonna give you a solid minute before you get closer. I'm letting you know.
I'm going to say, Max, sirens,
Max
give me the speaker.
springs into action. He gets the wax out. Gives
Okay.
everyone wax. He's gonna give Jax the speaker for some reason.
Can we also turn the ship around and sail the other direction?
Yes.
Same
Lena,
room.
if upon hearing that you just want to start sailing them away, you can absolutely do so.
We have the wax. Just sail
Jackson.
through 'em.
But what's the point?
This might be the direction we need to go.
Jackson will put the speaker right at the front
Okay.
of the boat.
Okay.
And it's gonna start blasting some heavy metal.
Yes! So, even the vibrations of the boat that you would feel through your feet as you guys would get closer. Lena, having sailing you guys around this island, you would only feel the faint thing. You can immediately feel the beginning to vibrate through the boat. I will say you are so lucky that in the pregame rolls, Jax rolled as high as he did. Otherwise, you would have gone through at least one round of saves against the Siren Song.
Okay.
As you guys sail around the island of the Sirens.
Max, when the heavy metal starts going off and the boat starts shaking, Max is there with his eardrums plugged, being like, "Is there an earthquake? What's going on?"
However,
Jackson has an ear for music. What can he say?
okay. Yeah, Lena, you said you're not going in the direction of this island and you're just going around it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you avoid any confrontations you would have at that island.
She's
With
just
someone
really
else.
not feeling another confrontation today. She's like, no.
That's going to take the first half of your afternoon. Would anyone else like to make me a roll to see if you encounter anything in the second half of your afternoon? I'm gonna ban Val from doing so because Val is the one who made the Sirens roll.
I love that I rolled this the Island of Sirens.
Can I do one?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
2.
2. Roll again, please.
Okay.
You're getting me to roll on a sub table, which is interesting.
52.
52. Unfortunately, that's something you've already rolled. I apologize.
Do you want me to roll
gonna
again?
need you to... Yeah, you've already. There's actually on this table, you guys have rolled like half of these. So you might need to roll a couple of times.
1.
1. Clear skies and empty ocean for the rest of the day.
Yes!
There you go. So we'll complete this day. You guys can long rest over the course of the night on the ship if you'd like. Are you guys gonna... Okay, there's a question. Are you guys going to stay stationary and let all of you long rest, or are you guys gonna keep searching through the night for the island you're looking for?
I think we shouldn't just wander aimlessly through the sea of monsters.
Yeah.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think
If you would like, Zinnia does know the way to Cece's Island. If you want to just head
in that
there.
case,
Oh,
yes.
that's true.
If we
Okay.
know the way, then yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we know where
It
we're
would-
going.
You will get there tomorrow morning if you sail through the night.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Take it
Okay.
in shifts to make sure
Everyone
we're
make-
surprised.
Are we having a
That's the
campfire?
thing. If you're sailing through the night, there isn't shifts, and you will be needing to each of you make me con saves. That's the
Having a
thing.
campfire though, Aaron.
Okay,
Are you
never mind.
staying up through the night to make it to Cece's and risking exhaustion, or are you resting through the night and going to Cece's tomorrow sometime around noon?
Let's rest because you guys are
We
I'm
not
we
doing
also need
hot.
abilities back as well.
Okay. So then everyone. Okay, so you can do ships for watching, but in terms of actively sailing, that's gonna be you guys are gonna need to be up. So
Yeah, we'll do shifts for watching, and we're gonna do a campfire before we go to sleep.
yeah, you guys can do
Campfire.
campfire.
We've had a long
Yeah,
day.
We want to roleplay again.
Go for it. Go for it.
Only role play in this Dungeons and
What-
Demigods.
No roleplay, no death-defying
I mean,
fucking
I'll-
cliff
I call
fucking
throwing
sailing.
rocks to the ship. Okay.
We
Okay,
we
this is
do
what the first
one
do.
death encounter a day.
That's
They're
par
just
for the
all
course,
role
guys.
play.
That's up to the dice.
It's part of the course of the day. I mean, who would come out of a near lethal encounter and then throw another lethal encounter at someone?
Yeah,
I mean,
that would
what
that would be
DM
so
would
great.
do that?
Crazy.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
That'd be
It's not
wild,
like
Aaron.
chooses what the encounters are and instead makes his players roll on table because it's more interesting that way.
It was a reference to what happened in the other campaign.
In the Wednesday where they almost TPK'd. Yes, I'm aware.
Um,
Zeus has been really helpful. Oh, I forgot to mention this because this has to do with the Divine Intervention rules. You guys will not be able to call on Poseidon, Zeus, or Hades for 7 days.
okay. Well, for the campfire, Max is going to sacrifice one of his daily rations to
Okay.
the gods. To
Which
specifically Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades. He's going
Okay.
one full day's rations divided by 3 to each of them.
Sounds good. Yeah, you guys get your campfire running. Max sacrifices to each of the big 3. You guys are having a nice crackly little fire before you bed down. Is there anything anyone's wanting to do?
I think we're all just kind of like standing, like sitting down, just.
Standing and looking into this
Oh,
campfire.
actually, this reminds me. Let me roll one of you at random.
Oh god.
Oh, yeah, I just remembered. Okay, yeah. Let me.
Oh no.
Jax, make me a perception check.
Oh no.
Natural one.
No.
Never mind. That is the second time I've tried to have this roll made. Both times were natural ones.
Okay.
It's
Jackson will sit down, grab his cane, make sure it's okay
okay.
and stuff.
I'm gonna use your second pre-done roll, which was a natural 1. Just letting you know.
I've rolled so many natural.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know that that thing we talked about, that was I rolled that just now. With the cane.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I was using your second roll for.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello, everyone. I thought, sorry. Carry on.
Yeah. I was gonna just grab my cane, sit down, and be like, story time.
Oh, I just wanted to say before we get to all that, I'm real proud of everyone today. We did something that I don't think anyone's done since the Argonauts, and that's pretty something to be proud of. So, good job, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's always a nice day when you don't get crushed horribly between the stone cliffs of death.
Cheers to that. Story time?
Yeah. Don't worry, I don't exactly feel like running away this time.
There's not many places to go. It's a small ship.
Well, the last time I did. Morgan,
Want a camp story or do you want a home story?
Where is he gonna look around the group?
Lena's just gonna be leaning back against Minstrel. Just not.
Yeah, checked out.
Mm-hmm.
That tracks.
Let's have a camp story.
Okay. So, let me think. Was one time. So, the Hecate kids, we have an odd sort of solidarity. We're sort of at the back of the camp. Aries kids like to mess with us. They like to think they're the ones with all the pranks, right? So this one time, we rigged all of their running shoes. You know, they go for their morning runs and workouts. We rigged all of them to explode with pink and green glitter as soon as they put their feet in, and just stick to them, creating this film of pure glitter that they could not get out for a week. And I was nice. Mary Llewellyn wanted to put blood in their shoes, and I was like, no, blood you can wash off. Glitter? That never fucking comes off. That stays forever. And they were finding glitter in their food for like 6 weeks afterwards. The key to pranks is not some big explosion and just this crazy thing. It's casual annoyance. So, like, listen, we like.
I would like to take this moment to remind
like
Max here. Bright purple.
It's your purple skin, exactly. It's not something that's life or pranks that are mean-spirited aren't fun. Pranks that are kind of annoying, very fun. I mean, not for you, but you have provided some warmth and joy to our lives, and really, that's a reward in itself.
Sure.
I didn't know you could be mean-spirited, Morgan.
That's sarcasm.
Yeah, 100%.
Hey, Lena. You okay over there?
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of a new addition to the group. You weren't here for our last story time. Do you want to share something?
Telling camp stories, aren't we?
Yeah, any story you want. If you want, you got something from home or something from camp, whatever you feel like.
Lee's just gonna think for like a good while, not because like it's hard to find a story, it's just brain is not at full capacity. She's very moody
brain is
right
very
now.
smooth right now.
She's very moody and just
No think, only angst.
No think, only brain.
I think only angst and near death. My dad taught me to sail. Why I'm here. Yeah, that's it.
It's a good story.
Mm-hmm.
Jax?
Huh.
You know, if everyone's
I've got a
tired,
story.
we can... I'm sensing maybe we don't have the right vibe for tonight. But if you want to...
No, I think I'll tell a story. I think might as well. Not exactly a story about me, but story kind of about me, I guess. So I know most demigods don't exactly have both their parents at their birth. But I guess I was kind of lucky. When my mother was in hospital for me, the doctors, she's a very frail woman. The doctors said that she wouldn't make it. And according to my grandfather, it was by pure chance that she managed to survive hang on long enough to get me out. After that, she didn't make it much further. Got to talk to me for a few minutes before my father came.
You think maybe that was your dad helping keep her about?
Probably. I don't know. Maybe. But, yeah, still does something to kids not really having parents at all, especially for the first few years.
I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. My grandfather took me in after he was finished in the military. So,
Thanks for sharing, Jax.
probably sad. I don't really have many happy stories.
Well, you know, maybe you can make the next one a happy story.
What about you, Max?
Okay. Well, I don't have too many. I spent most of my life kind of waiting at camp for quests, and this is my first one. I mean, you guys know about the climbing wall. You see Max kind of, it's almost like something dawns on him. Huh.
What is it?
No, just, I always try and be, best, tried to be the best hero I could be, but I haven't done a whole lot. It was that time me and Morgan killed a Hydra in that game. That was pretty cool. But yeah. I think I'm gonna turn in.
Wait. Jackson will stand up and go next to Max and just kind of pull on the cape, the Nemean lion fur, and just be like, well, you did this.
Mm-hmm.
You've brought a group of misfits, emos, and Lena together. You've done enough to be a hero.
Well, let's hope so.
I'm sure there's a spot waiting for you in Elysium when the time comes.
Well, maybe if we kick this Kikrites' ass, or like talk to him and convince him to join our side. Thanks, Jax.
Maybe.
I'm gonna go. Yeah.
Does anyone else have any pressing RP that they want to do before we go to the next morning?
Morgan's just gonna stand up and announce that she'll take first watch.
Mhm.
And she'll walk past Max and just kind of pause and go, "This quest is really important to you, isn't it?"
I mean, it should be important to everyone. This is the fate of the world we're talking about, like I said. But yeah, I mean, when your dad's Hercules, there's a bit of expectation that you're gonna do stuff. That'd be awesome.
You always mention your father, but you never mention your mother.
Well, my mom, that's a whole other bunch of expectations. She was an Olympian. And I don't mean the ones, you know, who live in the sky. I mean, she was an Olympic athlete. She threw the javelin for America. Hold on. He's gonna run downstairs to his pack. He's gonna take out the head of the javelin that he keeps.
Yeah.
This is actually the one that she threw that got her the gold. That was right before she met my dad.
It's really cool.
Thank you. So yeah, it's kind of a lot of expectations. My mom still wants me to go to the Olympics one day.
What do you want to do?
I want to be remembered as one of the greatest heroes there was. I don't think there can be much greater accomplishment than still being talked about 4,000 years later.
Morgan's gonna pull her head as she looks at you. She's searching for some kind of lie underneath all of it. Just gonna put a hand on your shoulder if that's okay with Max.
Yeah, he's cool with it. He's surprised.
A war coming. Really hope you live through it.
I hope we all do. And it's each of our jobs to make sure we all get through this.
Yeah.
And
Morgan,
you know, we beat the Titans. What's a bunch of stuff?
As you're talking to Max, you say, like, I hope you live through it, and he responds, and you notice that there is a swath of skin from about the tip of his nose down to under his jaw that is a pale tanned white color, as a curse is slowly starting to fade. It's not gone yet, but his curse is starting to
Purple
fade.
vitiligo.
Yeah, currently.
He's gonna say, yeah. It really did beat the Titans this time. Percy's fading, by the way, Maxie dear. Be
It
cleared
is?
up in a little bit. Yes. you're starting to go tan instead of purple. Looks hilarious right now, but it should be cleared up soon.
Oh, thank you. Okay, now I am actually gonna turn in. He's gonna go back to his bunk.
Okay, so I have a first watch as a Morgan, who's second and third watch.
That's what
If you want to assist Morgan, and then Lean will be third watch. Max, do you want to be second, or do we want to leave Zinnia to be second?
I'll do second.
Okay. So, because you're assisting, V, go ahead and roll me D100. Morgan, go ahead and roll me perception check. 14?
99.
99, and what did you say? What did you say, Val?
Wait, no, I forgot I had proficient in it, so it's a 17.
17. Okay. So 99, 17. Over the course of your watch, nothing appears. You do not encounter, as you're drifting in the ocean, anchored to your one spot, no other serpents, no pirates, no ghosts. Nothing comes for you during your shift. Second watch, Maxie boy. Go ahead and roll me a perception check. You don't see anything during your watch. You don't see anyone currently attacking you. You don't see any serpents that may have gone by. You don't see anyone hopping onto your ship or possibly stealing anything. You don't see anything like that. Third watch, Lena. Go ahead and roll me a perception check. What'd you say? Yeah, I think you might be correct.
Using a different dice because that one has
Okay.
not done me favors today.
I mean, I will be fair, completely fair. V had 3 ones in a row. I will be completely fair. I had everyone roll some secret rolls for me to refresh your guys' secret rolls, and I got more ones from V. Maybe it's not the dice's fault, is all I'm saying here.
It's not the dice's fault, because I just rolled a 3.
Okay. So 3 plus 8 is an 11.
Yep.
Which was, the DC was 10 to see this.
Oh, yeah.
As you awaken and take your shift, you awaken a couple hours before the dawn, and then as the dawn starts to hit the edges of the morning, you see a ship in the distance. Can't make out a whole lot of details, and Zinnia's asleep with the binoculars somewhere. But there is a ship headed your direction. What are you doing?
Who is closest to me in terms of sleeping arrangements?
Sleeping arrangement in terms of like who just went to sleep or
The
who went to sleep
No,
early?
like physically.
The closest would
Oh,
probably
physically,
just be
Morgan.
divided by gender.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he was on deck.
Morgan would be, I think, one of the few who's still on deck, because I think most of you sleep below decks, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, we had a little
Um,
sleeping area and we divided it.
Yeah, and then Morgan was sleeping up in Morgan's little nest area because it's been
Morgan
warm.
likes Morgan's
So Morgan's, I
nest.
think, the only other person who's on deck right now, but Morgan's up in the hammock on the mast.
Hydration check, guys. Sorry, X, I finished my hydration.
I have also finished my hydration.
Alright. Here, then I'll do it for both of them.
I'll drink the water out of the air.
So Morgan is the only other one that's there, but Morgan is currently asleep. I would say, based off of your nautical skills, you have maybe 10 minutes before the ship gets to your immediate vicinity.
Oh, okay,
They've probably already seen you.
I'll just wake everyone up then. I thought if it was in the distance, I was just gonna like wake one person and be like, do we wake the rest of them?
Based off the direction they're going, they're probably headed in your direction because they can see you.
I'll wake everyone up then, and also
Okay.
Luna does not want to be alone with Morgan.
Is it the Piranhas
Okay.
of the Cannibon?
So, each of you feel Lena coming to you, waking you quickly, bringing you to the deck, and pointing out a ship that is coming towards you. At this point, Zinnia would offer up his binoculars to anyone who wanted to make a check.
Yes.
Okay, you can make a perception check at advantage, please.
D20. There it is. Okay, 20, unnatural.
20 unnatural. You see a multi-level classic wooden British galleon.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, it's
I'm
the Queen
letting-
Anne's Revenge. Let's get the
I'm
fuck out of
letting-
here.
Not specifically the Queen Anne's Revenge, but something of similar make. It is your choice. Are you going to meet this ship, or are you going to
Can I see
attempt to
who's
flee?
on it?
With an unnatural 20, I would say that on the deck, let me scroll for my notes real quick,
It's
you can
Blackbeard.
see that there is an individual standing up on the bow, 1 foot up on a banister, looking back at you through a spyglass. With the unnatural 20, you would see the spyglass is in the center of the skull, not off to one side.
It's Cyclopes. Let's get the fork out of this forking area. Yeah,
Are
we
you
should
guys
go.
going to
It's
attempt to flee?
Cyclopses. It's Cyclops pirates. I didn't think. Okay, let's go.
I would say you would actually also see another individual while you're looking. There is a shorter individual with a thinner frame, long black hair, who is standing with a what looks like a silver cane, who is standing next, speaking to this person as they are approaching. They are not a Cyclops. But are you going to attempt to flee with your ship, or are you going to meet this ship?
Do I think we could outrun them?
You'd have
They
to
would
ask
be
Lena. You don't.
much faster than us.
You don't have a whole lot of knowledge. Yeah, what's up, Morgan?
Morgan from her crow's nest will cast fly.
Okay, you do so.
Fuck.
Hey, Lena, that's
You-
like a big ship with lots of sails. Could we outrun that?
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say no.
If you had a very, very, very favorable wind and were very creative, maybe.
Well, they'd also have a favorable wind if they're chasing us.
The thing, well, again, there's a such thing as magic in this world, Bertie. I don't know if you know this, and sometimes winds can affect only one boat with magic if you had a way to magically get yourself to do something. We'll remind you, you cannot call on
Yeah, we
Zeus
can't call
for
on
6
Zeus.
more
We'll
days.
let's call on Aeolus. Let's call on each of the winds eventually.
We're just going our way through all the winds.
Mhm.
Yep. You could attempt outrun. Also, Lena, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Who's the Silver King?
I don't know.
Hey, Zinnia, does this look familiar?
Continue roll a history check.
Okay, 19.
19, you would know that from your current position, you can see now in the early morning light the Sirens Island, and there is another island that you cannot make a lot of details off, much farther away that you might be able to get to before they catch up. There are 2 islands you could try and lose them at if you wanted to do that.
They'll just come aboard and kill him. They'll just come around and kill everyone.
Okay.
No, I'm saying
Can we take
in terms of
do we take
losing
a
them in
chance?
the shallows, in terms
Oh,
of
okay.
boarding and waiting to get there. There are a lot of directions you guys could go. This is up to you. What are you doing? Make a decision, please.
Is
We
that
can
island
take our
Cersei's island?
chances.
Does Zinnia know that?
Zinni would know that that one is not Cece's island. Also, based off of your information, you know that the pirates currently live on Cece's island, and they are not coming from the direction of that island.
Okay, doke. They're not coming from Cersei's island.
They're not coming from that island, so that's
Okay.
not Cece's island.
They could be friendly.
I fly over to the ship.
You
We're gonna get
would
shot
be,
out of
if
the
they decided to
sky.
leave, you would be stranded there.
I'm like,
If Morgan takes off, we're not going anywhere.
Okay, I'm letting you know. You can make this decision. You could make it there. That is up to you.
But if we move further apart, she can't make it back.
She will not be able to make it back if this
I
becomes a
do
race.
have polymorph, which I can use to get back if I need to.
Okay, I'm letting. This is up to you. If you want to try and get over there, go for it.
You want to scope it out?
I'm just gonna yeah, I'm gonna try and get over there. It's
How
better.
close do you get?
As the
Just
person
seeing
with the
this
cane.
happen, Lena's gonna become.
They are
slightly
standing on the
more
on the
irate.
bow. Yeah. What you just full Superman take off towards the boat. They're standing on the bow with whatever this captain figure is. They're gaining. You guys have maybe 5 minutes before they make
I'm
it
gonna
to you.
land in front of not land, but like hover in front of this person with the silver cane.
You take off. You guys see as Morgan full just woof, green energy coming off of Morgan's palms as she full starts just zooming through the air, taking off towards the ship. So I'm assuming the rest of you are not leaving because Morgan has just taken off.
You
I
can
wish she'd
go!
start telling us
No.
before she does these things.
Yeah. This is the
Yeah.
second time Morgan has decided to just jump into danger, putting herself into danger. Let's see. I'm gonna roll a couple of just checks to
Yeah.
see how they're reacting to a random person beginning to fly towards them.
They're gonna shoot you out of
They're
the
gonna
sky.
think it's an attack.
Not well.
I
They
was
have
not trying to
guns.
zoom. I was trying to slowly
Regardless,
go.
this
and,
is
like,
a human being who is capable of flight. As you begin to approach, you see that they have readied ballista and cannons on the deck. They have not begun to fire. But as you begin to approach the boat more and more, you get within 60 feet. The woman who's standing on the ship looks up at you, waves her hand, and you begin to fall out of the sky as the spell cancels. Do you have a reaction spell? Because otherwise you're just going to hit the water.
I'm probably gonna hit
Yeah,
the
you-
water.
Immediately cold ocean water. You see the rest of you, for absolutely no reason, see Morgan just drop like a stone out of the air
Oh,
into the
God
water.
Damn it. Do we have a white
Morgan,
flag?
I'm going to say you made it about, at this point, 200 feet.
Okay.
They're another 60 feet past that as they're approaching. But they are not going to stop their approach and wait for Morgan.
Ah.
Morgan, if you would like to try and do something to make it onto this ship to get a ride back, otherwise you're going to be far away from them if any conflict happens.
Oh, beans.
What are you doing? Are you doing anything? I'm going to give you 30 seconds.
Yes, I misty
What-
step to the bottom of the ship.
Inside the bottom of the ship? Let me roll a luck check real quick. Let me just see where you end up. Okay?
Just back on the
That's-
ship.
That's kind of hilarious. Okay, so as you misty step, as the ship is just full crashing through wakes, going across the top of the water, wind behind them, carrying them towards your friends, you misty step and you have this moment where you are just landing on your ass in a ship, and you take a moment. There's no one around you. You are in a wooden brig.
Is
You
it locked? Why
teleported
would, why would they
yourself.
keep an empty brig locked?
It's by default locked. Just first of all, so that things don't swing open. However, she's also not tried the door.
Try
But
the
I do
door.
find it hilarious that it's on the lowest deck and you did land it. You try the door, it's open.
I open the door.
You open the door. Are you going to stay down there, or are you going to allow this to take place? Whatever's happening. Are you going to stealth? What are you doing?
Can I? Oh, this might be a really bad idea. I'm hoping this other ship is sailing away right now.
We're not.
No, it's sailing towards your friends.
Nope.
And you have no
We're not
idea what your friends are doing because you didn't look back at your friends before doing this. You have no idea what the Anaskion is currently doing. You don't know how long this pursuit will be. You don't know anything like that.
Well, I have bait.
You have the Leviathan bait. You would have bought because who bought it? It was you and Lena each bought it,
It was
correct?
me, and I have it in Tupperware on me.
You do have the Leviathan bait currently,
But that only works when it hits water.
correct?
Yeah.
But from the
Yeah.
sounds of what Wellard said, any water, not just the open sea. It's not just put it in water; it's get it wet.
Do we want
Are
to
you going to
respond?
use your Leviathan bait?
Can
It's
I?
very close to us.
Can I?
We're also a smaller fry though, and with fewer people. There's not.
Is there
Morgan,
any
you
way,
gotta make me a
Smaller
decision.
meal.
is there
What are
any
you
way
doing?
I can misty step onto the that's in
You
front
have
of
no
the
idea what the height difference is between where you're at and the top of the ship. You could end up in a deck if you just decide to do so.
Okay, is there any way I can go up through the decks?
You can begin to look around for staircase. It's going to take you some time to do this. I'm going to let you know right now. Give me a plan of action, and I will tell you what's going to happen with that plan of action and make you some
I am
checks.
trying to get to the deck to that because I want to negotiate whilst holding this Leviathan bait.
Okay, are you stealthing to the top, or are you just sprinting?
Yes. Stealth.
Okay, roll me a stealth check. Because it's, again, I'm giving, by the way, for the rest
Yeah,
of you, I
nat
told that
20.
you take this one a few minutes. If there's anything that you want to do to prepare, start thinking about it now. I'll go through you guys before they hit you. Just letting you guys know. Nat 20? Okay. What's that totaled?
Totaled, that is... Please don't fuck me. Deck, so 22 altogether.
22. Okay. So you begin to sneak around the ship, going up the first deck, because this bottom deck was a brig with a hold where there was lots of crates and barrels and different supplies. You see pieces of lumber, folded sailcloths. You go up a set of staircase near the front of the ship, which leads you to a rowing room, where currently there are about 12 guys all at oars. You can stick your head out. They have not seen you yet. Even though you are hidden, you would have to cross this room, and there is nowhere to hide in this room.
Oh my god, I have a thing! Wait! Okay, hang on.
Yep.
Can I look at one of these people and what they're wearing?
Yeah, 100%. They're wearing, like, random pieces of leather, coats, anything they could scrounge up. Scratchy tunics, weird jacket-looking things. There's one dude who's just wearing a kilt and nothing else.
Can I use Mask of the Mist?
Yes, you may. Okay. Let's see here. So, let me pull up the Hecate class so I can reread this ability real quick. Demigod stuff. Classes. Finished classes. There we go. Hecate. Mist wielder. Okay, so you want to use which one?
Mask of the Mist.
Mask of the Mist. All right. Let's see here. Over channel. Here we go. So you can cast Disguise Self at will without expending a spell slot. What are you making yourself look like?
Generic pirate number 2.
Okay, and then what are you doing?
I'm casting that spell and just I'm gonna try and calmly walk out.
Roll a deception check. Just a straight deception check.
Don't fuck me.
Because they're rolling at advantage here.
Didn't fuck me.
Okay.
Okay. Just gonna add my modifier. Deception plus 6. That's 24 total.
Okay, so you step out, and at this moment, because they are full pushing with the oars at the same time the sail's hitting, they're doing everything they can to get a speed boost. No one catches the fact that someone that they do not know who you are walks through because you look similar enough to everyone else. There's one person who gives you like an odd look but gets distracted before they can really take in the fact that you don't look like any of their friends, because this is a crew of people who would all know each other and not necessarily allow someone who they didn't know to walk around. But you managed to step between people at the right time, look through to get through this deck. That is, you have made it through the second deck. You would, at this point, be at a staircase that would lead you up to the main deck. If you would like to go up there, would you like to risk it?
Yeah. Yeah, I would.
Okay. You step up onto the deck. Before we get to that, I'm going to go ahead and have everyone else. What were you guys doing in this time as Morgan just disappears? What are you guys doing? V, what's up?
I'm going to ask for Lena's assistance in this. Hide
Okay.
the drachma.
I was going to say, because everyone's got their, everyone's money is in their packs. I was going to say everyone should get your packs.
Yeah, so everyone's money is split up between them. Do you want to hide your personal ones? Are you asking for other people's gold? There's not a whole lot of places to hide things on this ship, so what are you trying to do here?
Well, that's the thing, is I know somebody can make things invisible.
That's why you asked for Lena's help. Okay. Are you very quickly doing this with everyone's gold? Is everyone giving you permission?
Yes.
Let me see. For Zinnia would allow you to do so if you wanted to. Max, do you feel like you would hand over your gold here?
Yeah, I would say, let's put it somewhere where they won't be able to find it by like bumping into it. I think if we like put them all together, we can sling them over the mast, and then that way they won't find it if they're searching around.
Okay, sounds good. With that, it's relatively small, so Lena, you would only have to use your smallest form of your ability.
Action.
Okay, are you guys doing anything else to prep for this? You guys have no onboard weapons. Are you taking cover anywhere?
Morgan under my breath.
That's valid. That's valid and fair.
Everyone be on guard, but don't look like you're gonna kill anyone.
Yeah.
We'll try the diplomatic approach
on
first.
us, not drawn, right?
Weapons not drawn on you. We need to be a threat. We don't need to be threatening.
Okay. Since we're not doing anything, can I bring the ghosts up?
Yeah, you can command the ghosts to stand up. People. I will remind you, the pirates don't know this. These will not attack for you. I will remind you.
I know.
No.
They don't know that.
But again,
we want to
like
look like a threat, so we need to look like we have a crew of ghosts.
Also, if these are the same pirates that Annabeth and Percy freed, they might be amenable, because I'm assuming they were wearing Camp Half-Blood shirts when they freed them.
Alright.
That's the thing.
At this point in time, does anyone else have anything they want to do to prep before this happens?
Max does one thing, he bonks, that's it.
Okay. And bonking at a distance is not necessarily the best thing.
He's got a javelin, but yeah.
Morgan, you step onto the deck, and immediately, the woman who is standing at the front turns to look at you and go, "You. Who are you?" And you see, as she says that, she, what's it called? She waves her hand, and you feel your illusion drop.
Morgan will misty step to the railing of the boat. Just
see if she wants to counterspell that or not. Let me see. She'll go ahead and counterspell. No. None of that. Who are you? And you'll see everyone else on deck slowly turn to look at you. You see easily 10 guys standing on deck. The one who is standing next to her has not yet turned to look at you. As she looks down. And this woman is dressed in a long black leather coat. Silver detailing work done with threading across all of her different pockets and edges. She has a tricorn hat over her head. She is leaning on one leg, like maybe she has a limp, and she's leaning on a cane.
Tifa?
Who are you? Why are you on my ship? Well,
Name-
his ship.
Well, his ship. My name is Morgan Petrov. I'm the daughter of Hecate, and I'm from Camp Half-Blood.
All right, and why are you on my ship? I swatted you out of the sky earlier.
Yes, the thing is, you're coming up very quickly to us, and I have people on that ship on an important quest to stop the world ending.
All right.
So I didn't want you to ram into us and potentially kill us horribly.
Who rams ships these days? So uncivilized.
I don't know if you've played Assassin's Creed Origins. They do it a lot in that.
Blank stare. No idea what you're talking about. Whatever, shut up. And she's going to wave her hand. Go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw.
I counterspell whatever she just did.
Sure, what level are you casting counterspell at?
Off.
Fourth? Okay, she has to roll for her counterspell. The counterspell. You're using so many of her high-level slots immediately, which is good to know.
God.
She's gonna roll the counterspell your counterspell. That's enough to counterspell your counterspell. So go ahead and make me a whiz save.
Okay. Sorry, buddy.
Who is this
Quick
bitch?
question. Can we see the deck clearly from the
At this point, you would see a moment where Lena specifically would be able to look over and see that it's getting close. There's maybe like less than a minute before they reach your waters. And you see now that they are beginning to slow in the water. And it's beginning to turn.
They're coming about.
Sending one side of their ship pointed at you. And there are small hatches beginning to open along the sides of the ships. However, you would also see at that point, this woman and Lena, and Morgan, there are flashes of light as they are both speaking arcane words, canceling each other's spells, full Harry Potter style. Go ahead and make that whiz save, Morgan. 17? Yeah, that'll do it. You resist. That'll resist her hold person. Fine. What is it that you want?
I want you to continue on your merry way. That's the only thing I want.
Get off my ship. His ship.
Whose ship it? Right, you know what? I'm not going to be cheeky. This doesn't seem like time. We will continue on our way if you continue on your way, and...
Oh,
then...
no, you're with that ship. No, that's my ship now.
Oh, see, this is where we have the issue, because it is, for all intents and purposes, our ship. And she's just going to hold...
We are in my sea. Well, his seas.
This is your sea. You own the Sea of Monsters.
Well, we own this part of the Sea of Monsters. Blackbeard gave us this part.
Oh, well, that's nice. It's nice to have land. She is gonna hold out her hand.
Mm-hmm.
And
roll me a strength
this is not my
saving throw.
forte.
Quick question. Discord froze. What did she do?
She held out her hand. I think she has the Leviathan bait in it that she's going to threaten
That
to
is
drop over
one
the
of
edge.
15.
As you do so, as you reach out your hand, you feel another hand clasp behind your hand, and it's like crushing hard. You actually are going to take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you feel a hand easily twice as large as your own wrap around your hand, and the person who was standing next to her vanishes, and you realize he was just an illusion. As you look up, and there is a singular green eye in your face breathing down on you. Missy, I wouldn't try anything like that if I were you.
Leave us without a boat. You die.
Posture check.
Quick.
You would see as this guy wraps his hand around Morgan's and looks down. Here's where we're going to go ahead and start initiative.
Before we do that, just for a hot sec, I'm gonna.
If you guys want to roll me initiative.
I'm gonna go to hold screen for a hot sec and rejoin the call because we're
Okay.
just lagging.
Okay, we're lagging. Okay.
Well, yeah.
We'll be right back, guys.
Like,
I didn't want to fight.
Go back.
I didn't want to fight.
Fuck. We didn't want to fight!
No,
Well,
I feel really
the thing
bad,
is,
actually.
The thing is I'm only going into initiative for them detaining Morgan. If we're back, by the way, we're back in the stream, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I am only going into initiative for them detaining Morgan. They will be about 150 to 200 feet away from you guys at this point.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
If you want to do anything to assist in Morgan's plight, roll initiative. If not, and you want to stay to the sideline, we'll leave you out of initiative for now.
Okay.
This is specifically for
How many feet away
helping. What was that?
How many feet away are they?
About 150 feet.
Nothing I can do. I'll bother.
Okay, so everybody who's going to be involved with Morgan's plight, go ahead and roll initiative. Oh shit.
Yep.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh no. Okay, let's see here. Let me grab
So 9.
initiative. Let's see here. Captain. Okay, wait, and then she rolled. What's her dexterity? Is that so? Okay, Morgan, what'd you roll?
18.
Okay. Let's see here. Lena, what'd you roll?
14.
14? Oh, and I also need to roll for the crew. Crew is going to go on after Lena. Okay. Starting initiative, this Cyclops, wearing his own hat, wearing a fine red coat, looks down at you and crushes your hand even more. You are going to take another 6 points of bludgeoning damage, and he's going to attempt to wrench free the Leviathan bait. Can you make me your choice in an acrobatics or athletics check?
We'll make an athletics check.
Okay.
Aaron, I also wanted to join initiative.
Oh, go ahead and roll that initiative for me. I apologize. I didn't see that.
Give
Yeah,
her
16.
some advantage.
16. What is your initiative bonus?
+4.
Okay, so you will go before this person. Okay, what'd you roll?
Rolled a 16 on the dice +2 athletics, so 18 again.
So he successfully wrenches open your hand, plucks out the Leviathan bait, and pops it into his own mouth and starts chewing on it. Girlie, you don't know what you're doing. You best sit down. And he's going to release your hand. It's up to you to make your decision on what you're doing, because it is now your turn.
She will sit and just say, "What will it take for you to get to just leave us alone?"
That's not an option.
What are the
and that's
options?
the amount of talking you can do in this initiative order, because I will remind the other two players here that they cannot hear this conversation happening if they're going to try and intervene. So that's the amount of talking you can get done in that round. Is there anything else you want to do during that turn? You can take a dodge action if you'd like, if you don't want to actively do anything against these people, but want to take an action.
Take a dodge action.
Okay. Okay. Next person up, Jax. You see Morgan, her hand like purple and red in places as the captain releases her hand and she steps back, sitting on the banister for just a moment. What are you doing?
What's Lena preparing to do?
At this point, Lena would barely be walking over. Lena hasn't had the initiative to be able to do anything yet. So you have no idea.
Okay, cool. Where's Minstrel?
Minstrel's on deck.
Cool.
Minstrel is on deck by default most times.
I'm gonna go towards Minstrel.
Can I retroactive roll initiative?
All right, go for it.
Thank you.
We'll add you. Well, if you roll lower than Jax, we're gonna have to add you in at the
Rolled an
end
18.
at the next round. Okay, so we're gonna have to retroactive you in after Jax.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Uh,
I will
let's see.
go towards Minstrel, assuming that we're probably going to get onto Minstrel.
Okay, so you're gonna pop over to Minstrel. You see Jax going for your horse, Lena. Just letting you know, it's not your turn yet. You see Jax going for your horse. Are you doing anything else? Are you preparing an action? What are you doing?
Is it my go now?
No, it is not yet. There's one person who gets to go between you and Jax.
If Jax is getting on Minstrel, there's nothing I can do, so skip me.
Oh, okay.
I figured Jax had ranged things he could do, so I was going to get on
do
Minstrel.
have ranged things. I do.
Well,
have
2
ranged
people can
things.
fit on Minstrel, and Minstrel won't take off unless
Yeah,
Lena
but 2
gives the
people
order.
plus Morgan can't.
Correct, but also, Minstrel only listens to Lena.
Yeah.
So, what are you doing? Are you getting on the horse?
I'm Okay, Okay, can I say something to them?
You get 1 sentence. Go for it.
I get 1 sentence.
Go for it.
Bring me up on deck.
Okay, that's all he said. It's not Lena's go yet, though. Let's see here. Next up is Avery. Let's see here. Avery's a little pissed off. I don't know what Avery's gonna do here. You know, I'm quite tired of you already. Why don't you take a little bit of a dive and make me another wisdom saving throw?
How many pieces of Leviathan bait do you have?
I think 4. 2? Okay, yeah. You only pulled out
Lena has
1.
2.
You still have another one in your pocket.
They might
So-
regret throwing you overboard.
And I rolled an 11 plus 2, so 13.
That is not enough to resist the effects of her suggestion spell. The water looks real nice. It looks really inviting. On your next turn, you're going to be wanting to go swimming. If you want to just jump, that's up to you. If you want to use a spell to get down there, that's also up to you. But she suggested you go for a swim, and that's the impulse that you're feeling. I'm just letting you know that that's the effect of her spell. Lena, you're up. What are you doing?
Just wait. How tall is Morgan?
Morgan's like
6
6'2", 6'3", something like that.
And then in heels, it's like 6'4".
Yeah,
You're 6'1", and then with heels, you're like 6'3", 6'4".
yeah. So Morgan would be outside of the range of your normal invisibility.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's the
Yeah.
range on radiant? Oh, it's just where you can see.
It's
Okay.
just
Yeah.
what I can see is the thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Oh wait, no. 10 by 10 is the threshold. So it's anywhere between 6 foot by 6 foot up till 9 foot and 11 inches by 9 foot and 11 inches is the medium. So you can go for it.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna turn Morgan invisible, and because it's not magic, it's just photokinesis. It
Okay.
can't be undone.
Yeah. So
Yay!
Morgan's the space where Morgan is disappears because it's space-based. It's not necessarily attached to a singular creature. You'd have to be actively moving it with that creature. Morgan disappears, vanishes off the side of the ship. Are you going to use your movement to take your horse anywhere, or are you just going to stay on the ship and ignore Jax?
Is Jax on the horse?
I think Jax was getting ready to hop on in case you did as well.
I'm also gonna get on the horse.
Okay, and you can use Minstrel's movement if you'd like to get closer. Or are you going to stay on the ship?
You need to scoop Morgan.
How far away is the ship?
Ship is about 150 feet at this point. It has not moved yet. It's on its way, but it hasn't gone on an initiative yet.
Okay. We're gonna take off with Minstrel and start heading towards.
We can't move the ship without Jax.
Jax is the one who commands the
Actually,
ghost.
yeah,
but
as I get on the horse, I'm gonna. I don't know. Oh, like.
Jax would have had to do it on his turn.
Bump Jax off. Just
Yeah.
push him.
I'm just gonna say you should
You
stay.
Okay.
Straight up.
If
You
you're
should
leaving, he's leaving with you. If not, it's your choice. Are you getting off the boat with the horse? Up to you. Make me a decision. What are you
I'm-
doing?
I'm
I
leaving
am-
with you.
Okay.
If you're leaving, I'm leaving with you.
Okay.
Okay.
Then you guys take off. Minstrel's flying speed is what?
I need to leave the Pegasus thing open.
Yes, you do.
It is open.
I feel
Okay.
so helpless.
It's fine. You're
Nope.
defending the ship. It's loading. It's loading. Wi-Fi is slow. Flying is 90 feet.
90 feet. Okay, so you guys are now 60 feet away from the ship, which is interesting
You're only gonna get
because the next
shots.
person up is the crew. So one of the things about that is I'm going to have them All 12 of them make their ranged attacks on Minstrel first. So I need to roll 12 attacks. Give me just a moment. Because these are pirates. See here, that's 5. I need 6. Yeah, I'll just roll the 6 of these. What's Minstrel's AC?
12.
12?
Oh,
12. Okay.
He's a fucking horse.
And the heavy crossbows have +2 to hit. Okay. Miss.
Can Minstrel take the dodge action?
If he had been commanded to, yes. If you want to retroactively say he took the dodge action, you may do so.
You're attacking a pirate ship.
What if we took the dash action?
Would you?
You could take the dash and get all the way on deck.
What are you doing, Lena? Are you having Minstrel dodge, or are you getting closer?
Dodge to not get hit and
Okay.
killed.
So then I have to roll these one at a time. First one misses. Second one misses. Third one misses. Fourth one misses. Fifth one is also gonna miss. Fuck! Every one of these has had a 4 or a 5 in the roll. That's gonna be a hit. Okay, so that's gonna be a 1 hit. Can someone keep track of these? Of the 7, 1 hit thus far. This is the 8th one. Minstrel's AC is 12.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's gonna barely hit. So that's gonna be 8 that I've made. That one's gonna miss. That's also gonna miss. That's 9 that I've made. That's gonna miss. That's gonna be 11 that I've made. I've rolled so low on some of these. Okay, that's gonna be 10 that I made, and that one hits. That one's also gonna hit. That's 11 that I've made.
No, you made 11 already.
Have I made 11 already? Okay, well then I'll
that
just
last
use rolls
hit,
for
that last hit would have been a 12.
Well, the last hit would have been the 12th one.
Full hit.
Okay.
Full hit.
So that's gonna be 4 hits. Let's see here. So they don't have any modifiers, so it's just damage. Because even though they're much weaker than you, they are still stronger than a Pegasus.
No, not 4 damage. 4 successful 4 hits. He's rolling damage now.
Okay.
Minstrel is going to take 21 points of piercing damage as 4 bolts thunk, 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 all into the side of his side.
He's on 30.
Can each of you please make me an athletics check to hold on to the horse as it's flying?
Lena's gonna be so pissed at Morgan after this, by the way.
yeah. As a player, I'm not feeling great.
The thing is, something I didn't realize when I was starting this is they have multi-attack, but luckily they used heavy crossbow, which has a loading and ammunition mechanic on it to where it can only be fired once a round. So that's important. And that's the on-deck crew. And they used all of their hits to go after the horse because they are intelligent creatures who know that to hit the flying thing first. What was the athletic checks that Lena and Jax rolled?
14.
Okay.
16.
Lena, you go flying. You land in the water. And the ship is going to go by you. I'll let you use your reaction if you'd like to make an athletics check to try and grab onto the side of the ship.
Yes.
Okay, make me an athletics check.
That was 5.
5. You take 4 points of slashing damage as you go to grab on the side of the ship and barnacles just slice through your fingertips. And you recoil and you are unable to grasp onto the side of the ship as it goes by. Zinnia and Max would both see that the ship finishes its movement, full turning port side towards you, and the cannons are going to open fire.
We didn't attack these assholes.
No, but this was their plan to start. This is their pirates. This is what they do. Of that, that's a natural 20 on the ship.
Blow the
and
ship
then
up.
there's-
What profit is there in that?
No. They're peppering the ship. They're not going to do it enough to sink it. Let's see here.
The ship's already a piece of shit.
It really is, though. But they couldn't see that from the distance. Let's see here. So the nat 20, so that's going to be... Where's my d12s? Also, can Zinnia, because you're rolling for her V, or for them V, and Max each make me dex saves. So the nat 20 is going to... Holy fuck. Okay. By the way, you guys did not fix the ship after yesterday, so it still has the damage from yesterday.
I used 1 resilience.
Okay, 23,
Zinnia rolled a 7.
24, 48. Let me pull up the hit points for the ship. Let's see here. The Anaskion. Where's the hit points for the Anaskion? Here it is. Okay. So it's going to take 48 from that one. That's going to be... Okay. Being honest, it's at 212. Then the second hit is going to only deal... that's not enough to pass the damage threshold. And the third hit, that is enough. It's going to be another 18 points of damage, which is going to put it at 194 hit points. What was Zinnia's roll?
7.
Okay, and what was Max's roll?
Natural 20, 22.
22? Okay, Max, you are only going to take, let's see here, 13, 18, 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Half to 5.
And, yep, and half to 5. And 4 points of fire damage from the cannon fire.
Which is not...
Zinnia is going to take, failed to save. Fourth jerk is going to take on their save. They're going to take 22, 28 points of bludgeoning damage and 2 points of fire damage from the cannon fire.
She take a cannonball to the fucking chest? My god!
Basically, yeah. They let loose these cannons and they boom, boom, boom.
Okay,
4 cannons go off, full on, and banisters immediately turn to splinters. Zinnia has just a layer of wood that stabs into their chest as a cannonball lands directly up, bounces off, nicks their side, and just sends them whirling.
Okie doke. Right, I am going to...
Just gonna say,
Yeah, at the end of initiative, Max, I will be retroactively adding you into initiative.
Okay.
Aaron really chose violence as the DM this week.
I did not roll the pirates, A. That wasn't me. B, you guys could have run away. Someone ran in.
To parlay.
I wanted to parlay.
Alright.
Has anyone yelled parlay yet?
Someone is gonna...
I was going to! That was the plan!
Someone is gonna be
it's
assigned
Max's
to
turn.
hold Morgan's hand at all times from now on, okay?
Okay, well, it's Max's turn. Are you yelling parlay? Are you surrendering? What are you doing? It is your turn.
I mean, we're this far away. I don't feel like hear me, but yeah, he's gonna.
They moved their full movement. You're only 40 feet away at this point.
Yeah, he's gonna yell parlay, and then he's also going to immediately run to Zinnia and cast aid.
Okay, sounds good. How many hit points?
So, are the flying bros? Are Lena and Jax within 30 feet of me?
No, they went underneath the Pegasus as it was spiraling. They are the full 80 feet away. Lena, not on the back of the Pegasus. You don't know where Lena is.
Is Morgan within 30 feet of me?
Morgan? Yeah, no, the Morgan would be on the ship, which would be 40 feet. You could position to get to the point where Morgan would be within 30 feet of you.
Okay. So
you also can't see Morgan, actually, now that I think about it. Morgan's invisible.
That doesn't matter.
Okay.
Like, I know the area she's in. I'm casting aid.
Yeah, that's fine.
Which
affects
affects 3 people, so I'm gonna, because I can't see anyone else.
You can hit Zinnia and Morgan.
I just want to use the healing effect for Zinnia.
Yeah. Yeah.
So me, Zinnia, and Morgan. So Morgan and so me, Zinnia, and Morgan will all get 5 hit points maximum, and current hit points increased by 5 every round for the duration.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good to know. That's going to be Max's turn, and that's retroactively for that round. So Max, you will be coming up in initiative relatively soon again. That was for that round because we didn't have you in on the first round. First person is
body cover Zinnia with his own body.
Okay. So you yelled parlay. Let's see here. How cruel is Cornwallis feeling today? Okay. You look up for just a moment and you see this blue-eyed Cyclops staring down at you, pale, almost white skin, look down at you, and you see him not speak, but raise one hand up. Cannon fire ceases. We're technically still in initiative. If anyone's going, raise your hand if you're going to want to accomplish something, or if you're letting the surrender happen. Actually, technically, we have to stay in initiative for both Morgan and Lena. Now that I think about it, let's see here. So, Max, you're up. Are you going to? What are you going to do?
Do I notice they've stopped?
It looks like they are accepting your surrender, but I'm leaving combat open because Morgan and Lena are still going to be in immediate danger.
Okay, he's gonna take off his war club, and he's just gonna put it. He's not like tossing it away. He's putting it right by his feet.
Okay. Sounds good. Are you taking like the dodge action or anything like that? Help action with Zinnia. What are you doing?
There's not what you can do with okay, actually, he's gonna cast Enhance ability, and
I believe 8 is concentration. I'll let you know.
I don't think it is because it has a duration of 8 hours.
Is it not? Fuck yeah. Never mind then. Go for it. Go for it.
No, it's not concentration because it has a duration of 8 hours.
Okay. Enhance ability. What are you doing
Enhance
ability on?
onto Zinnia with I had it up. Bear's endurance. Target has advantage on Constitution checks.
Constitution saving throws.
2d6 temporary hit points.
Okay. Let's see here. You gonna go roll those?
Sure.
Okay. With that, Morgan, it's your turn. The ocean looks really, really, really inviting.
She gets 9 temporary hit points.
They get.
Fuck. I'm sorry.
It's good.
I'm keeping track.
I want to do something, but I don't want to make things worse.
Well, Morgan, you really, really want to go swimming. That's what you have to do on your turn. What you use to get there is up to you, but you really want to go swimming.
Jump.
Okay, you just jump as movement speed. Roll me a strength saving throw as you hit the water to see how much damage you're going to take.
18, so dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Okay. It's going to be halved. What it would have been 10 points of bludgeoning damage is halved to 5. And as you take damage and end up in the water again, spell effect ends. You've used just your movement. You have an action and a bonus action. You are free of this suggestion spell.
Is she still invisible?
You
Yes.
can't
Yes.
see her, so I would say that the spell probably wouldn't move. Anyone who enters that space would probably be invisible.
Okay.
Because the whole thing is yours requires you to know what's going on, and you currently don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Much.
What are you doing? This is stressful, I know.
Yeah, because I don't want to fuck it up anymore.
Get back to the ship.
I will say, as soon as the two of you are safe, we're just going to end initiative, because you guys are surrendering. If you choose to let the surrender happen.
Are you close to Lena? Maybe?
No.
Oh.
Lena's on the opposite side of the ship from Morgan. There is a full galleon between the two of you.
But they're gonna take our ship if we let them board.
Correct.
But we
It's
can get
something
another
we can
ship.
solve.
What are you doing, Morgan? What would Morgan do here? Does Morgan go down
do what
fighting?
Morgan would do.
Is Morgan
What
Morgan
do?
stubborn? What's Morgan doing?
Morgan is stubborn and
Morgan,
we're polymorph.
Morgan would have asked their mother for help. Is what
Are you
Morgan
going
would
to
have
do so?
done.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay. I'm going to ask that you roll me a D100 -5 because you're asking for help against one of your sisters.
Go. Fuck yourself, lady with the silver cane.
So the D100 -5.
Does an 82 do it?
DC was 75. What kind of help are you asking for?
Mama, please
Boy.
kill this man.
Are you asking for your friends to be safe? Are you asking to crash the ship down? What are you asking for?
He would ask for her mother to crash the ship down.
Okay. You
So
ask for help, and there is a very subtle moment where you feel like some sort of spell has taken effect. You don't know what it is, but something has happened. That is your full action. That was your action, your movement. Do you have a bonus action that you'd like to do? I will remind you, Misty Step is a bonus action.
But I don't know if I saw Lena fall.
You didn't. You definitely didn't. You were under the effects of a suggestion spell at the time.
I'd probably try and Misty Step to the ship.
Okay, I'll let you do so. With your jump off the thing, I'll say you're within range, and you can end yourself on top, or end your turn with yourself on top of the ship. That is going to be your full turn. So after your turn takes place, the rest of you who are watching, I would say specifically Max would see this because Max is the one making eye contact with the Cyclops. There's a moment where you see, almost appear out of nowhere, a small fly, just near the head of the Cyclops that zooms down its throat, and he starts choking and vomits fully over the side of the ship as Leviathan bait then hits the water.
Oh shit!
Morgan, can you please roll me a d4 to see how many rounds we have until a Leviathan enters the fray?
Jax, get your ass back to the fucking ship. We need to move.
4? Meta knowledge, there are 4 rounds until a Leviathan gets here. Okay.
So I noticed specifically the Leviathan bait has gone in the water.
You notice the little red cube half dissolved in this bile as it...
Max fights the urge to vomit himself.
Hecate works in subtle ways, but effective ways.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Lena's
Okay.
in the water.
That's Morgan's turn. Jax, you are currently flying. You are the ship at this point has passed you. It's about 40 feet back towards your ship. You roll me a perception check to see if you can see Lena.
It's for the love of... Fuck! 9.
Oh wait, actually wait, I shouldn't be making you no, yeah, go for it. What was the roll?
9.
Oh, well, let me roll for the fucker who would actually be looking for Lena. Which is Lena's horse. Who would
Yes.
see Lena? So
Yes.
underneath you, you have no command over Minstrel, because Minstrel doesn't listen to you.
Minstrel.
You feel Minstrel just
I
full
need a minstrel.
dive. Minstrel's gonna make an athletics check to see if he can pull Lena out of the water. That is gonna be, what is Minstrel's strength?
+4.
That is a 16. Lena, you feel the back of your shirt rip slightly as a horse grasps onto the back of it with its teeth and just starts flapping out of the water. That's Minstrel's whole turn to get you out of the water, but you are being held in the air by your Pegasus, who is extremely loyal to you. Let's see here. Jax, what are you doing? Your movement, I will say, can't be used at this point, just because that's Minstrel's moving.
How far am I away from anything?
From the galleon, 40 feet. From your ship, 80 feet. That's outside of Misty Step range.
I have an action. To move.
You do have an action. If you want to try and jump off of the horse to make distance towards the ship, you can do that if you'd like. You have no idea about the Leviathan bait.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He has an idea about the parlay I just called.
Okay. So the ships are stationary right now, right? No one's moving.
Currently, no one's moving. It seems like there's a standstill on the ships as this Cyclops is embarrassingly wiping his mouth.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to. I'm not able to cast 2 spells in one turn, man.
Nope. Not unless one of them's a cantrip. What are you doing?
Okay,
Come on, man.
I'm gonna use my action to gain as much distance as I can, and I'm going to Misty Step towards the galleon.
Roll me an athletics check. Roll it at advantage because jumping is something that Max has been rolling you through for the last several mornings because he knows how weak your legs are.
I'm gonna have an aneurysm.
Thank you. Natural 20.
Yeah, you honestly, you full on jump off the back of this Pegasus. Lena, you feel a jolt as Minstrel's pushed down. Your feet are back in the water for a half a second as you're dunked for a moment. As Jax jumps and disappears. Are you aiming for the top deck, mid deck, or low decks? You don't know exact distances, and there is a chance you will end up in a wall. Which one are you looking for?
Max works so hard to keep this crew alive.
I'm going to
You could
go.
have just waited on the Pegasus, but you chose not to. You chose violence.
I'm gonna go up deck, top deck.
Up deck, so you land on the deck out of the thing, and you see 12 heads all turn and look at you. The captain and this magician still looking down at the other ship.
It's really nice of us to keep supplying them with hostages.
So you're doing this?
We need to stop choosing violence.
Okay, you're doing this. Good to know. They are not going to immediately see you as a danger because you were just there. That's going to be Jax's turn. After Jax is the magician. What would she do here? What would she do? Oh my god.
Would she have
There's so many
also
options.
noticed the Leviathan bait go into the water?
Would she have noticed? Let me see.
Well, I mean, he
Because
was
you
like,
definitely would have
he was like over the side of the deck, so it would have had
Yeah,
his back to her.
she would not have seen from her
Wait,
position because
quick.
essentially he's on main deck and she's up on top of this
Uh-huh.
section. You definitely would have noticed because you're on the opposite side of the ship.
Okay, so I'm the side of the ship that the bait came down on.
No, you're okay. So essentially, it's the Anaskion,
Uh-huh.
40 feet of space where Morgan was and then ended up on it. The side of the ship that the Cyclops is on, who just vomited over. The full galleon, 40 more feet, and then you.
Okay. So do I
So you have
know-
no idea something is
Cool.
coming.
Cool.
Um,
Lena is
Just
not
letting
aware
you
of
know.
her imminent death.
Mage doesn't really feel a need to do anything because you've surrendered at the moment. Yeah, she's not even gonna ready anything. She's confident as fuck. And doesn't sense anything right now off her passive insight. So yeah, Avery's not gonna do anything on her turn. Lena, you're being hoisted in the air. I will say you probably can't move again until your next turn because Minstrel used his movement to get to you.
Mhm.
But you can get up on top of Minstrel with your turn if you'd like, and then you have an action and a bonus action.
That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna get on to Minstrel again.
Okay.
And then I have nothing to do.
Just
Okay,
get
if
back
you don't
to
want to
the
do
ship.
anything, that's also fine.
But that's not my movement, that's Minstrel's movement.
Yeah.
Minstrel moves on your turn, doesn't he?
Normally he would, but he moved on Jax's turn because Jax was in control of him riding him at that point in time. So next round, Lena can do so.
Just get back to the ship. That's all. Just leave it.
Okay.
Yeah, I would just be.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't have heard the parley being called.
Mhm.
Get my sword out. I don't know what this is gonna do, but it's gonna make her feel safer.
Yeah. Jax, it's the crew's turn. They are going to half of them are going to go over to you and attempt to put manacles on you. Do you allow them to do so? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Your arms are bound behind you, but they walk you over towards the Cyclops, and that is where you are standing. That is just for you to know. They're not trying to take you below deck to a brig because they're trying to arrange some sort of surrender right now. So you are still going to stay on the deck. They're not going to force you down.
Okay.
I will say there are currently 2 guys on you guarding you. Everyone else is doing other things. What's up, Jax?
Okay. Are they just normal manticles?
You have no idea.
Okay.
They look like humans.
The,
Only one of these people has been a Cyclops thus far.
the
manacles?
The manacles.
The manacles, they look normal, but again, you would need time to know whether or not there was magic involved.
I just want to know if I feel like I've got magic sucking from me at all.
No, you feel that your power is behind you. You feel your powers around you.
Okay, so I can do something if...
Possibly on your turn. The rest of the crew is going to bring the ship a little closer, and they're going to start preparing boards to go over. Let's see here. Captain Cornwallis's turn. Cornwallis is also going to start getting things ready. From their point of view, there is no impending danger, so I'm not going to be acting as though they are currently in combat, even though they're still going to be moving on their initiatives, because they have no idea what's just happened. Let me see here. So, honestly, Morgan's out of danger, Lena's out of danger. Do you guys want to continue initiative, or do we do a quick narration thing? Because the only reason we were still in danger is because you guys were in... Because you guys are going to have a couple of... You are going to have time to do things when the Leviathan gets here. It's not like the ship is just going to go gone. I think that might be more conducive to our current thing, but no one has said anything. Does anyone want to make that call? Or are you going to leave that to me, the DM?
Let's come out of initiative.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, you see that the ships get closer. The 2 ships are now 10 feet apart. This ship that you are currently looking up at does not have a name written on the side of it. and boards are currently being laid between the two ships. Jax, you are in manacles up on the top deck. I would say, Morgan, you at this point would have had the ability to stand, and the woman is kind of eyeing you, but isn't like glaring daggers or anything. She just seems generally... It's like when you look at a cockroach on the ground, it's like, that's not important, but it's a little gross. Max, you're standing there. That you see that at this point, about 6 of the crossbowmen are all focused down on you with crossbows, but they are not looking like they're going to fire anytime soon. They're just holding their stances. Lena, in that time, you would be allowed to fly onto the deck if you would like to. Are you going to try?
Do they know I'm
They
there?
see you.
Okay.
They very much see you. They shot at the Pegasus. In fact, there's still bolts sticking out of Minstrel's stomach.
Yeah, because Minstrel's injured, I'm gonna go back and land on the Anaskion.
Okay, so all of you are on the Anaskion. Once the boards have been laid,
Before they
Once
come
they've
on,
got-
I would have said something.
Okay, what are you going to say?
I would call out to them and say, "My name is Maximus Armstrong. I'm the leader of this quest. You should know, we are currently on a mission for the gods. To act against us is to act against the gods and incur their wrath."
They never done anything for me anyway, kid. Wait. And you see him stop for just a moment, the one eye go wide, as you feel... Doom. Something... There's almost like a pulse goes through the water.
That is the wrath of the gods.
Back to ship! You hear him just yell, completely ignoring your monologue at this point, because you are, to him, not worth the attention, and he is actively choosing to not look at you at this point.
I want to kill that guy.
But there's real panic in his voice as you hear him scream back to ship. And as he says that, you guys see coming out of the water 6 ruby red with blue scaled edges tentacles out of the water. And for a moment there is utter silence as everyone looks up. Jax, you wanted to do something there for just a moment. Are you going to try and force your magic to teleport over? Well, no. So remember, you can try to use it again. It just might come with downsides.
Just jump over. We're right next to each other.
Oh.
Yeah, you can do 10 feet.
Yeah,
You
I was gonna say
take
I'm
some
gonna
damage.
if I'm gonna run and jump.
Okay.
off.
I'll make me an athletics check at disadvantage because you are bound.
Can I try and catch him?
Yes.
5.
5. Yeah, roll me also a disadvantage your athletics check, Max, because you have to try and catch a flailing goth.
Okay, 26.
Okay, yeah. So Jax barely manages to flip over the side as everyone is staring up at these tentacles, and Max, you pull your side away to see it at the last moment. Reach out and grab him by the hood as he lands the hoodie, pulling up on the armpits. You are going to go ahead and take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as your armpits are like bruised up from your hoodie. No, not you, Max. Jax is taking that. And you pull him onto the ship, and at that moment, thunk, 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 these tentacles go rigid like spears and just stick into the sides of the ship. And I'm going to start making rolls for the other ship as it's attacking it. Are the rest of you trying to get your ship to move?
Jax, get this thing moving.
I'm
Okay.
ordering the ghosts, and Zinnia is using control water as soon as we know that we can move.
Okay. Morgan, I see a hand.
Can I still see my sibling?
You can. You turn, and you see at this moment she raises her cane, one hand on either end of it, and pulls her elbows back, and as she does so, she begins to release a spell. Are you going to choose to counter that spell, or are you going to let her go off with it?
I'm gonna counter that fucking spell.
Okay, roll me a d20 plus your intelligence, because this is a 5th level spell. You have to hit a DC 15.
You got this.
That's my intelligence?
Yeah.
You got
25.
You see she goes to do it, and then she looks at her thing. Oh, you bitch! And then she's gonna... and she's gonna turn and look at you and cast out her hand. Are you going to counter this spell as well? We're not in initiative, so you can try and counter it, but she might try and counter your counter spell. Do you have the 3rd level slots for that?
Can I blind
Yeah.
her?
You can do so. I will say after this spell.
Okay.
Try and counterspell.
Okay, so she will try and counterspell your counterspell. Which your counterspell? What level are you doing it at?
3rd.
She's also doing it at 3rd, so it just cancels. Everyone on the top of the ship, make me a dex save.
Fireball.
Fireball.
Another resilience. That's not okay. That's fucked. It's fine. I can take the hit.
12.
Let me see here. Where are my d6? There.
Zinnia rolled a dirty 20. Jackson
Yeah.
rolled an 8.
Jackson rolled an 8. Let's see here. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Oh, that's not too bad. Actually, that's pretty bad. That's actually pretty bad. 12, 16, 21, 24, 28, 30, 34. Anyone who rolled a 16 or higher takes half damage. You only take 17 points of damage. Anyone who rolled lower than a 16 takes the full 34 points of fire damage.
Holy
What does Minstrel save?
shovels.
I don't know.
Minstrel fails. Actually, no, I'll let you roll.
Minstrel.
I'll let you roll. I shouldn't roll for your Pegasus.
Please don't roll for my Pegasus. You fucked it up. I have too many tabs open.
How much?
You
was
did
the
roll
full
damage,
It's
so
not
it's
valid.
fine.
What'd you say?
How much was the full damage again? Sorry.
34.
Cool.
I think that one hit got max lower than the entire Nemean lion fight.
So 34 plus 21 is
We
going
get it.
Minstrel is barely alive.
Yeah, Minstrel's
Minstrel
on.
has 8 hit points. Yeah, there is a moment where she counters your counter spell, and she points her finger, and a single bead of red light flies from the tip of her finger, and a massive roiling fireball goes across the top of the
We
ship.
get it, Sparky Sparky Boom Man.
Okay,
Um,
now I'm blinding her.
now you
far
can
away?
blind her. If you're using your full movement, this is going to be the last round before anyone can do anything to the other ship. So we're going to go Lena first. Lena, what are you doing?
Blinding her.
Okay, you're going to cast blindness.
Yes.
She doesn't have the reaction to counter it because she countered Lena's thing, so she's going to fail the save. Yeah, I'll get your thing in a second. I'm resolving Lena's first. Lena, she failed the save.
Mm-hmm.
So what? How is your spell taking effect? What are you doing?
I haven't thought about it beyond blindness. Just, just blinding light in her eyes.
It's the
and she
spell
just
blindness, deafness.
Yeah, it's just
I
a
know. I
spell
wanted to see
that-
how Lena
Okay.
wanted it to look.
So
So yeah, there's just
a,
like
a flash.
solar
and
batteries
all
going
she
off.
can see is just white light and nothing else.
She just starts crying out and is starting to wildly cast spells in random directions.
How
Not
many
at
of
you
her own
guys.
crew does she hit?
Probably quite a few actually. I'll roll for that in a second. Jax had something and then Morgan had something. So Jax, what did you have?
Reaction to taking damage. There's going to be a crack in the underworld that goes up right underneath it. I was like, Hellish Rebuke.
Yay! She's going to fail the dex save. Roll full damage. Let's see here.
And I
She's not
can't-
looking great, to be honest.
I can't max it. Okay, that's 14 fire damage.
14 fire damage. Good to know. She does not have resistance to fire
And
damage. So
Do I have an action?
in a second, let's see what Morgan's doing real quick.
Okay.
Morgan, what's up to?
Can I try and cast command?
Sure. What are you commanding her to do before I roll?
You roll first and then I do it.
No. You say the command. That's part of casting the spell. What's the roll? What's the command?
Jump.
Okay. That's a natural 20 on that save.
Fuck. I knew she'd say that
Also,
one.
she could have
So-
just bunny hopped in place.
Yeah, she's blinded and she just hears the jump. She goes, "Shut up!" And you see like she just throws a firebolt. Which what's that gonna hit? Oh, that actually helps her. As it like there was a tentacle that was slowly starting to whirl its way towards her, and she just hits it with a firebolt, and you see it go off course and instead stab into a crewmate that's near her, fully going through his chest and whips him off the side of the boat. Jax, you had a thing?
So I'm assuming the ghosts are getting into action, right?
Yeah, Zinnia and the ghosts are all making it move. That's the only reason you guys are currently getting away.
Okay, how far am I away from the chick?
This is, I will say 60 feet. That is the max, and then you guys are going to be out of range.
Even out of range out of 120 feet?
Yes,
Next
because you guys are going to be going the full dash action of the ship with the control water, with everything else. This is the last thing you get.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Because I want to just really... Sorry. I want to fuck her up. I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Hex on her.
Okay. What are you giving her disadvantage on?
Wisdom.
Wisdom checks, not saving throws.
Yeah.
Check.
But yeah. Actually, we'll go intelligence.
She's an intelligence caster.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we'll go intelligence. That's my bonus action. As these kind of icy chains begin to spectral chains begin to wrap around them, and around their head, and then with my action, I'm going to cast Chill Touch.
Okay, sounds good. Roll the attack roll. At advantage because she's blinded.
Jesus, we really said fuck
that's
this
hot.
woman.
I'm about
I mean,
to fuck this
she
woman
really
even
fucked you
harder.
guys over too. Yeah. She did throw a fireball at you. I feel like it's
Yeah,
deserved.
I'm also about to.
Yeah. That
And this
is
one's
plus.
Well, the
7,
blindness
so
was
that's
your last thing. That's the thing.
That's 23 to hit.
23. That's gonna hit. Roll damage.
Agent of Death.
Okay,
She's gonna
maxed
take
out.
22 necrotic damage.
Good to know. Good to know. You see her fall over. That's the last you guys see as the ship begins to away, and you guys manage to get away from this Leviathan. Yes, what's up, Lena?
Are we still within 120 feet?
No, you are not at this point.
Cool.
At this point, you have escaped this Leviathan, and you can see now that they are doing a very successful job of fighting this thing off. This is not their first time doing so. You see cannons. One of those tentacles drops limp into the water, splashing easily 30, 40 feet long. At one point, you see a massive triangular-shaped beaked head pop out of the water and gouge into the side of the ship, but it's quickly beat back as, at the last moments that you can see him, the captain takes one hand, and it's a spectral hand the size of maybe a small car, appears, and he swipes across to the Leviathan, and it down the side of the ship, falling off. They are in combat with it, but you are able to use this time to get away. Are you heading for open ocean, the small Sirens Island, or the farther away island that you're not sure what it is?
I say we go open. We don't want to go anywhere near that they can spot us. We just go.
They're unlikely to follow us again, I think. But if we go to not the Sirens Island, we can hide behind it.
Well, that's the thing. If I was in their position, they'd probably think that we would go to an island first, which is why I'm saying let's just go. Get as far away as we can.
Honestly, I feel better on an island. Their ship's a lot stronger than ours and a lot faster than ours, and that's their main boon in a fight. If we can get them on land, we can beat them.
Also, but if we land, they'd be able to take our boat.
I'm not suggesting we land. I'm saying we go behind it, so at least we are out of their eyesight and they cannot see us. Because even if we're on open water, they can see us.
And until we know that they're dealt with in some way, I don't feel safe staying out in the water.
Magic cost is gone at least.
I feel safer on land.
What do you think, Morgan?
Morgan's just watching this ship at the point at where this woman fell, and her eyes are completely black.
Morgan.
Also, Morgan, I would like to make you aware of the fact you will not be able to call again on your mother again for 7 days.
I'm literally snapping at Morgan, saying we need to make a decision.
I think
Go,
Morgan's
Ted.
made enough decisions for today. Let's head to the island.
Okay. So, heading towards the far-off island, your ship is limping. It did take a decent amount of damage. It will need repairs relatively soon. It's not going to sink. But the ghosts are currently having to bail water. You all begin to limp slowly towards the far-off island, and that's where we're going to end today's session. That was stressful. I did not expect the pirates to get rolled today, I'm going to be honest here.
I have a plan for Cersei's Island. I'm thinking someone flies over with the Pegasus and just drops Leviathan bait in on the port, and then we just wait and go in when it's clear.
That's up to you guys. We'll go ahead and discuss that after the session. For now, let's go ahead and go through everybody. Shout out any other projects you guys are currently working on or want other people to see. Let's go ahead and let's go Immy first. Immy, do you have any other projects you're working on that you want other people to go see?
First of all, check out Shazam's Redbubble.
Oh, thank you.
I'm not currently in any other D&D games, but if you enjoy theatre, I am actually the associate artistic director of currently the world's only international virtual theatre company, and we've got a lot of things going on. So if you want to check out Cloud Theatrics for shows, do that.
If you want to see me play Severus Snape in a version of a Harry Potter musical,
check out our YouTube.
I'm there as well.
What's up? All right. Speaking of Birdie, is there anything else that you're on that you're going to want to shout out?
I am right here on This Show is a Mimic every Saturday. Tomorrow we're having a one-shot of some kind that we decided on today because I've got I'm a little busy this weekend, so I can't prep a session, but I can play in a session. So catch us there tomorrow night at 7:30 BST. Please, PM BST. Please adjust for your own time zone.
Yep. Okay. I almost called you Morgan. Val, is there anything you want to shout out?
Oh, I'm good.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. All right. V, is there anything you want to shout out?
Make sure to check out Witches of Woodside, where Bonnie plays a bitchy sorority sorcerer.
You know what, V? Next week, you have inspiration.
Nice.
Thank you.
You did that for Bonnie.
But Mr. V has got nothing going on. Just
Not yet. We're talking
check
about
us
stuff,
out.
though.
But we're talking about stuff.
We're talking about possibly the return of a beloved show of ours. We're in discussion. We're scheduling right now.
Okay. But yeah,
All right, and then there's me. Hi, I'm Aaron. I am on this show. I'm on the Saturday show with Birdie. But also, we have a sister show that I also run over on twitch.tv/Schooner or later every Wednesday, 4:30 p.m. PST. Please adjust for your own time zone. Over there, we have another group of demigods who are also currently on the ocean, who also almost TPK'd this week. So it's been a stressful week.
Oh no.
Oh no, Commune! You got here just at the end. It was such a stressful
It's
episode.
fine, you can watch the VOD.
You can
You
watch
can
the
watch
VOD
the VOD
and watch
here
me
and on our
almost
YouTube
die
channel.
twice.
Please watch
Yeah,
the
they
VOD.
all died
Please.
multiple times.
Stress.
But as well as all of the things that we use here are made by majority me, but also sometimes Birdie, because Birdie is really cool. And if you want the resources we use for Dungeons and Demigods, either campaign, please head over to patreon.com/obsidianolives. You can look at all of these documents. You don't even necessarily have to support me. There's some free content.
Of the 5 classes in this campaign, I made 3 of them.
Yes, but of the 9 currently in use, you made 3 of them. That's also valid, actually. That's still a good number. That's a third of them. It's really good. Really good.
Don't think I made any in the other group. I didn't.
No. Yeah. But yeah, head over to patreon.com/obsidianolive. But besides that, I think we're good. So do you guys want to give me lists of anybody we want to go raid?
Oh, I don't know who's live.
Let's see. We got on my side. We got Twee, Viking, Boyo, and O.
Lydia is DMing a Frankenpunk thing on Somewhere Bound.
Okay, Somewhere Bound. So okay.
Roughly now?
Okay. Do we know if it's live yet?
I
Yeah,
have
we
no
should check
idea.
that.
I've just seen her
Check
posting
that.
about it
We're gonna-
today.
So the way that we do our raid every week is our players and DM throw out a couple of shows that are friends of ours, and then we roll for it at the end of the session to see where we're going.
Somewhere Bound are live.
Somewhere Bound are live, so I'll throw that on the list. So currently we have Twee, Viking Boyle, Somewhere Bound, Val, or V. Do either of you have anything you want to throw out?
We got Odinson live. as well.
Okay, Odinson's live. Val, what about you?
We're not going.
Welcome in is live?
Okay, Welcome In was number 1 on that list.
Oh,
So-
sorry, I've been drifting it out.
We're good. So, yeah, that is going to be that is going to be the Somewhere Bound. So,
Yay.
Birdie, we
Hey.
played Somewhere Bound.
We're ready.
All right.
Then. Everyone ready
Thank you
up.
all for joining us. That was a stressful session. We're gonna go decompress. We
Give
hope
them
to see you
some
guys.
love. Spam some
Bye
mimics.
bye.
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 Rating.
Initiate raid.